All right. I think we are live here now. Yes, sir, we are. Okay. Let's get the chat going. All right. Anybody who's in, welcome to the live stream. We're going to get up and rolling here in just a moment. But yeah, we've got another season's worth of Draft to Glory going today, which is going to be a good time for sure. I just need to make sure I have enough file space cleared for this, because if I don't, then the live stream will not get recorded properly. So yeah, it does look like my live stream files are about 44, 45 gigabytes, somewhere in there. So yeah, peaceful, let's go. Hello. Yeah, we're just gonna wait a little bit longer, wait for a few more people to actually show up here, and then once they do, then we will get the stream rolling. But yeah, today's gonna be a good one. We've got a pretty insane draft class coming up, a draft class where there is potential to maybe get a defenseman, but there is also potential to probably complete our starting forward group as well. I apologize for the stream being a little late. I just simply slept through my alarm. There's nothing else to it. Let's see, where am I going? Google Sheets. So yeah, with the looking at my roster currently for the draft planner for 2027, which is the draft we're heading into, Landon DuPont's the top guy, but then there's also Alexis Joseph, Prab Batal, Jackson Jacobson, Dominic Bertis. Dominic Bertis could be a decent defenseman. There's also Eli McCamey, Brock Cripps, Ozzie McIntyre, Lars Hudson. Like, there's options for sure. So we will have to wait and see how that goes. Welcome, Braden. I see you're in the stream. Glad you could make it. Yeah, apologies again for starting a little late. Anybody else who's in here, glad you can make it. Looks like we only got a few viewers to start, so honestly, I think we get rolling here right away, just simply because we have to simulate through to the next season before anything else really happens here. And while our team is looking pretty solid based on last episode, I think that there is still a lot of improvement that needs to be made before we are anywhere near competing. I am absolutely just baffled that Levchinov has somehow jumped to low franchise rather than like medium franchise, because he was a medium top four defenseman. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see with Belchetz how he develops. I did get a comment after on the stream from Ben Parker because he didn't make it, but he was like, yeah, my Ethan Belchetz is 91 overall and is a consistent 50 goal scorer. So I was like, all right, that's a little bit reassuring that we took the right player there. But yeah, we do have a decent group. That was an absolutely insane win for the Oilers last night. I remember I was at work, but it was on the TV at work. Simply, I work at a liquor store, so we have TVs like way up on the walls. But yeah, it was on at work, and I saw the Draisaitl goal. I was like, okay, nice, easy. And then I missed the Hopkins goal live, but I saw the replay on it. I was like, okay, sweet. And then Vancouver scored two really quick at the end there, and I was like, are you kidding me? And then I watched the Bouchard goal live, and I like, there was customers in the store. I was just like, yes, like trying to be so quiet about it, but like, yeah, it was crazy. All right, we're up to 3 or 4 viewers here now. That's awesome. Welcome, guys. Yeah, he really is. And, like, it is such an underrated skill today. Like, people don't realize just how difficult it actually is to get shots through that much traffic on net. Like, and it wasn't even a bomb. It was just like he just snapped it. Like, it just right through. It went through like four Canucks, two Oilers, and Shilov's arm. Like, it was just such a nice shot. But I remember when I was watching that play live, Draisaitl went behind the net, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna make that pass right up the middle to the defenseman, and then the defenseman's gonna score because he did that in game one, I believe, with Ekholm, where he was like, he sits there and he looks one way, looks the other, and then goes snap right up the middle with the pass, and it's like right on the tape of the defenseman sitting in like the higher slot. And yeah, if it's Bouchard or Ekholm or Nurse, yeah, I do agree. Shilovs did need to relax. He did look a little on edge last game, but yeah, I watched that play and I'm like, they're gonna do it. They're gonna pull this off and they're gonna score with like 40 seconds left or 30 seconds left, and they did. But yeah, it was a crazy game for sure. All right. Now that my Oilers rant is over for the day, I apologize to we lost a viewer or two talking about that. But let's start simulating on. But first things first, we're gonna do the proper intro here. So let's get going. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanios here. Welcome to what is live stream number 5 or episode number 9 of this NHL 24 Draft to Glory series here with the Newfoundland Growlers. Today we are going to be getting through the 2026-27 regular season, and then in the following part of this live stream we will get to the 2027 NHL entry draft, where hopefully we will land a better player than we have in the past couple of drafts. So let's start off by simulating to the next season here. We're going to get trade offers, but it doesn't matter. So here we go. And yeah, we don't need Robbie Fabry for 2 second-round picks. That's a hilarious trade offer. All right, and we can't offer Sheet Moser because he's not undrafted. Man, they're really trying to get rid of Moser. Not happening. Also, I am realizing now, I'm pretty sure we have way too much cap space. Yeah, we do. Okay. So in an effort to not end up with a guy like Vasiliev. Yeah, I was like Salayev. That's just been my go-to name. But in an effort to not have Vasiliev get overpaid, well, to be fair, he is underpaid anyways, but we are going to go and sign one more player to like a $12.5 million contract or something like that, just to eat up most of that cap space. And I don't know who it's going to be. Could go with Cord Cochran. He's not horrible. Plus, we probably do need more defense. But let's just see if there's any other decent potential players in here that are actually, undrafted. I don't think there are, but you never know. Max Sasson. Top Brakowski. No, we need a D-man. Preferably a D-man. I know Tuomista's drafted. Actually, Henry Thrun, yeah. Was Henry Thrun drafted, though? I thought he was. I think this might be an error with EA. Yeah, he was drafted 101st overall in 2019 by the Anaheim Ducks. So that is just fully incorrect. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing up like that, but that's off of EA's roster. So, yeah. Oh, well. That is what it is. I believe Declan Carlisle is undrafted. Yeah, I don't believe he was drafted. I'm just double checking. Yeah, okay. Not drafted, so we will take Carlisle. That is fine by me. And we'll slap on the 1 year. Massive contract for him. Boom. I don't see him rejecting that. That's for sure. Also, what is going on with our view count? It's just absolutely wonky right now. All right. Yeah. So now that we can advance a little bit further and just make sure that our salary cap is in check. Carlisle, there you go. Yeah, no, Carlisle looks pretty good. That's why I was going for a decent undrafted player, potentially a guy that could slot into our bottom pairing, because we did have a decent amount of defensive injuries, I believe. We had a little bit of defensive injuries. It wasn't anything crazy, but heading into the next season here, we got 58% of our tickets sold, so not horrible. I'm realizing now I forgot my coffee in the kitchen, so I'm going to have to go grab that in a minute. All right, owner goals this year. 4 picks the first 2 rounds, not going to happen. Be within 1.5 million of the player's salary budget, that could happen. And win our regular season home openers pretty tough, and we can definitely upgrade the store and the parking lot. But without further ado, let's take a quick peek at the lines this year, see if there's any changes and differences. And all right, it's not looking bad. Tuzolino playing on the second line is a little bit questionable. I would rather have like Kuzmenko or Marchessault in there. So we're going to keep Tuzolino third line for now. We're going to go Healy up. How is Belchet's system fit? Ooh, see, we could go Belchet's right here. And that's not actually bad. Yeah, that's actually pretty solid. The only thing is I don't think Belchet's should be getting playtime over some of these other guys. At least like a Kuzmenko. I mean, he should, because we're trying to grow him. So, yeah, maybe we slap him on the second line there with Healy. Yeah, they're all gone. To be fair, he is 35 at this point, and he's had 2 down years in a row. Yeah, after that 98-point season, it was like just one and done essentially for Jonathan Marchessault. So, that's how it goes sometimes. But, yeah, Artyom Levchinov looks very nice. And with his, we're putting him top pairing. No doubt about it. There's just, I don't see why we wouldn't. But yeah, our defense looks very nice. Kevin Lankinen in net should lose us a bunch of games. And then, yeah, Vasilyev needs a shooter, so maybe we even try Belchet's on the first line. Like, I'm thinking about that. We'll see if he really starts to kind of grow and develop here. If not, then, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we would handle and manage that. We'll figure something out with it, but does Michael Carcone play? Carcone? Yeah, he does play center. Okay. All right, I am pretty happy with that lineup for now, at least. It's nothing insane, apart from, Levchinov looks like a great player. I'm really excited to see what he can do, but, yeah, really, apart from that, there isn't a whole lot that we need to really worry about or focus on with this team. Maybe we put Yanni Gourde there instead. That didn't change anything. What if we try Lizotte here? That's better. Just immediately better. And we'll pull Sean Walker out in exchange for like Tuzolino maybe? Yeah, okay, that's better for sure. Alright, that's all we're really going to do for adjustments. Actually, was Belchet's on the first power play? Yeah, he was, okay. Alright, so that's the lineup for the NHL. Captaincies this year, nothing's really going to change. I don't see the need for anything to really change. Keep all those guys together for now. Eventually, Levchinov will get the next alternate captain once Chris Tanev's time is up here, probably. And then after that, it'll be Marchessault. But Marchessault and Tanev are probably going to end up leaving either in the same year or very close to the same year. I didn't check the system, and I probably should have. But then again, I also just didn't check the overall ratings to see if like Michael Meese is good enough to play in the NHL now and things like that. He's still his growth is so stunted. I don't understand. To be fair, he did have a down year last year. Didn't play as many games, didn't score as many points, all those things. But we need him to get going because it simply hasn't been good enough as to where we can see him becoming a full-time guy here for us. But like Teravainen, on the other hand, is just exponentially growing at this point and looks like he's probably going to catch Misa within a season. So we'll see what happens. Millman, grew a little bit. Mackinnon grew a little bit. Arvidsson grew 2 ratings, so that's not bad. And yeah, that was pretty much it for the growth. I think we got a +2 on Delmore, +1 on Georges, +3 on Teravainen. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No growth on Caden Sanchez, not Cody Sanchez. So yeah, that might have been a bust of a pick. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, okay. Anybody else in the stream that's really commenting? Doesn't look like it yet. That is all good though. For any of you guys that do feel like leaving comments, absolutely go for it. That definitely helps the chat move along a little quicker. But there's MacGyver. Hello, welcome to the stream. But yeah, looking at the draft class this year, let's see. Do we have... Yes, we do have a Landon DuPont right at the top. So he's going to be, obviously, the #1 guy in this draft. He's going to be a franchise player. But Alexis Joseph looks really good. Actually, where's Batal? Batal's way down, so there's a good chance we could actually get him. He was actually one of the guys that I was like, okay, he might be a top guy on my list simply because we probably need a sniping center still. But yeah, apart from that, I have no idea how good Philippe Duchesne's going to be, no idea how good Vorobyov or Antropov or Halvardson are going to be, or Blackburn too. So there's actually a lot of really good players in here. There's a lot of good defense further down here in Cripps, Birtus, and Hudson. But yeah, who knows? Who knows how good this draft is actually going to be? It looks pretty solid if I'm being completely honest, but we should be in that top 3, top 4 again this year. That is the goal. Obviously, if we could win the DuPont lottery, that would be absolutely insane. It would really push our defense in the right direction. But yeah, let's get started with the scouting because this is the most boring part. And I appreciate you guys for grinding through it, sitting through it with me. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's in store for this draft class. I get the feeling it's going to be a really good one, but I've been wrong multiple times in the past. So yeah, let's see. What else do we need? Wow, we got really far down on the play styles for scouting, so that is what it is, but we will take it. We literally get the top 400 Russian prospects scouted. That's crazy. Ah, come on. Work with me. There we go. Playstyle. Not a lot of high-end Liga players this year, but just a lot more kind of top 200 guys, which is all good. That definitely helps. As far as the SHL goes, again, not a lot of top-end guys, but a few. My goodness, we're getting a lot of players scouted. That's a really tough call, MacGyver. Like, if I had to pick one team right now, Dallas just looks absolutely amazing. Just as far as, like, depth and ability to make it all the way to the Cup Finals with a full team, or a very deep roster still. Injuries are a real thing in the playoffs. Like, they are very much present, and players very often actually just play right through them, which is insane. But we'll have to wait and see. If I had to pick one team right now, it would be the Dallas Stars, which sucks because I picked the Colorado Avalanche to win that series, and they just look so depleted after the Nichushkin news. And who else did they lost somebody else, didn't they? Who else did they lose? Did they lose a D-man? I think they did, didn't they? I might be wrong, but yeah, the Avs are done in my opinion. They're going to be out in 5 tonight. Dallas has just steamrolled them in the last 2 games, and while Bednar tried to ride his horses with McKinnon and Rantanen and Makar, even with all that ice time, they still lost like 5-1 or something like that. Like, it was crazy. But the East, I don't know. We'll see. Carolina still could potentially complete the upset on the Rangers, which would be insane to come back from 3-0 down. I don't think they do it, but you never know. You never know with that team. Carolina looks really deep this year, too. And apart from some shaky goaltending at times, I think they actually have a very good shot as well. With Val, I think they had some criminal activity kind of stuff going on with him there, as far as drug use, prostitutes, sex workers, stuff like that. Like, he had a lot of shit going on behind the scenes, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I looked into it a little bit when he had first gotten arrested, and I was like, oh, that's colorful. Okay. Yeah, Nichushkin is way in. I'm not confirming any of that, but that's what I think it is, and I think that's why the Avs were just like, yeah, you're gone, yank, go to players' assistants, your stall's getting replaced, like all that kind of stuff. I think that's why that happened so quickly. Also, I'm looking at our scouts here, and I'm thinking we need an extra Q scout this year. Who fits well? We're gonna relocate Kaylee Lowry to the Q. Yeah, this is some of the best hockey I'd ever seen Nichushkin play, apart from the 2022 Cup run when he was really locked in there too. That was also fabulous playoff hockey from him, but yeah, it is just sad because it's like, who is it? I think it was Devon Taves was like, he's made his choices. Like, that was what his comment was on the whole situation, was that, like, yeah, Val's made his choices in the past, and that's what happens if you make the wrong choices. So, morning Real Divinity, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we are in rolling, talking about Val Nichushkin right now, and how that has just derailed the entire Colorado Avalanche Cup run. But yeah, that's the thing. Exactly, Peaceful, is Val Nichushkin and Zach Hyman were just the goal getters in the playoffs. They were just scoring at crazy paces this year. And it was making their teams a lot more dangerous because they could put the puck in the back of the net from just about anywhere. And I am realizing we are going to have to go to this one and just edit a few picks here. We don't need guys down in the 300 range being scouted over guys further up, so... Yeah, it's just sad. Honestly, like, I look at that whole situation, and while it did kind of take that threat level off of Colorado for me from an Oilers fan perspective, where I'm like, oh, maybe we actually have a chance to win the West this year. Then I looked at it and went, oh, shoot, that means that Dallas is going to be through in 5, probably, and then they're just going to be fresh and refreshed and ready to go. And it's going to be a tough series if Edmonton does make it past Vancouver, which at this point, I'm not even convinced that's going to happen. So, also, we are very short-scouted here this year. Yeah, no, he's gone. Like, he's not playing another playoff game this year. Guaranteed. Like, he is in level 3, I believe, of Players Assistance Program, which is, like, one from the very top, essentially. So... He's got a lot of stuff going on that's just really unfortunate to talk about, unfortunately. But what can you do, right? So, anyways, yeah, no, I did read into that quite a bit, because I'm like, whoa, hold on, why is he gone? And I'm like, oh, police investigations have actually, like, reports have finally surfaced and things like that, and the team was just like, whoa, okay, you stand over there. We'll deal with this from the organization perspective. You get to deal with it from a personal perspective. Like, that's what happened. So, we are really short scouted this year, which stinks because I don't know who to fire. That is the problem here. Do we fire an? They're not gonna fire an NLA scout. What about DEL? We might fire a DEL scout this year. Nope. Is it Extra Liga then? No, it can't be Extra Liga. It might be Extra Liga. Okay, that's tough. That's tough. I don't know who I'm firing then. I think maybe it is the NLA scout that we're just going to be like, okay, bye-bye. Yeah, there's only 2 players in the top 150 that are actually in the NLA, so that's what we're going to do this year is we are actually just going to fire Will Tanarski, and then we're going to sign... Let's see. Who are we going to sign? Yeah, exactly. Like, their luck has been horrible. Yeah, it's too bad because like Colorado could be a full-on dynasty right now if everything had gone better for them. We're gonna hire one more OHL scout, and like don't get me wrong, I definitely have my things from a fan perspective where I'm like I don't really like Colorado that much, but like at the same time you can't deny how good of a team they are. They are a heck of a team when they are running on full cylinders. But yes, Wyatt Johnston is also him. I agree with that statement for sure. Yeah. When you're scoring that much in the playoffs, like, come on. And, okay, think about this scenario as well. This is absolutely a biased Oilers fan perspective. But we were 1 pick away from drafting that man. Like, we literally took Xavier Bourgault instead of Wyatt Johnston. And Wyatt Johnston went at pick 23. Bourgault went at 22. We had pick 20 and then traded it, and that other pick became Jesper Wallstead, who also looks like an absolute beast right now. I question Ken Holland so often, even though like his trades have been great. But yeah, Wyatt Johnston's gonna be getting like a 7x8 or something like that. Like it's gonna be stupid. To be fair, he'll get a pretty sweet like the Stars will get a pretty sweet price on him compared to the rest of the league because 1, they drafted him, grew him, developed him. 2, they're in Texas, which is, I believe, a no-tax state. I might be wrong, but yeah, it's insane when you think about it, how good he's turned out to be. And to be fair, the year at, like, his draft plus 1 year, he just absolutely dominated the O. Yeah, no, it stings for sure. Because can you imagine having a sniper like that alongside either McDavid or Draisaitl? Like, that's just a guaranteed 40-goal scorer, essentially, as long as they stay healthy for the whole year. So, all right, so now that we're through round 1 of scouting, let's get rolling here. Yeah. All right. We'll go up to, I guess I'll go up to the 2nd, just because we did have quite a few dates that were sitting on the 1st. We're not trading for Moser. Oh my god, we can't make trades. If the rest of the team, or if the rest of the game hasn't figured that out by now, I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're going to crank scout travel right down. We're going to crank promotions down, and we're going to focus on upgrading the arena this year more than anything else. I think that's fair. Yeah, exactly. Well, if he's playing with McDavid, like Draisaitl, maybe not, but you never know. All right, we start off 2-0-2. Interesting record there for the preseason, at least. All right, and round 2 is obviously all strengths and weaknesses. There's like a top 5 really good group of Russians, and everybody else is kind of just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, probably could have fired a Russian scout now that I'm looking at it. Do we dare at this point? I think we do. I think we do dare to fire a Russian scout and then go get an NLA scout back. I think that's, yeah, we'll sign Will Tanarski back. Be like, sorry, Will, we messed up. We need you to come scout for us again. Because, yeah, there's just not enough Russian players this year. Alright. As we start spamming our way through it. Go up to 11th. Perfect. Yakola is the last player. I love saying certain players' names, like ones that I can actually pronounce. All right, we get a good amount of players scouted there. Pretty happy with that one. Did we hit find prospects? Nope, we did. Pretty solid scouting abilities in the in Liga there too. But you never know. Maybe we'll find some Liga gems with this double, like, top-rated scout setup. You never know. You never know. Okay. As we continue on here. Bernarski's always a fun name. Unfortunately, he's not going to be in the first round more than likely. But that is okay. All right. Anything else you guys want to chat about on this live stream? Like, I know we've covered a lot of recent topics already, but yeah, I'm interested to see what else you guys have to say. Also, how about Boston coming back after, I mean, as a, not that I hate the Bruins, I'm not a Bruins hater necessarily. I don't particularly like them, but I don't like them any more or less than I like the Panthers. The Knights were down 6-1. Holy, I haven't seen that. That's crazy. Yeah. Double overtime. Holy moly, that's crazy. That is genuinely crazy. All right, as we continue on here. 166 is the next pick. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I thought the Rangers were going to sweep, honestly. Like, that is really what I thought was going to happen. But to be fair, Carolina's never come back from being down 3-0 either. They might push it to Game 7. They've done that at least 2 or 3 times. But, yeah, I still just get that feeling that the Rangers have this series in the bag. But at the same time, Carolina has just, I don't know how they haven't lost at least one of those last 2 games. They were like 1-goal games both times, weren't they? I believe they were. But yeah, it's been such a crazy series. To be fair though, like watching the Rangers the last 2 games, they just haven't been awake at the right times. They've been sleeping when it's like high danger chances. Well, yeah, exactly. Igor can't score goals, so that doesn't help because he's the only player that's really playing at the top level over those last 2 games for the Rangers. Like there's a reason why it was only 1-goal games. Like the Hurricanes did dominate the last 2 games for the most part. Rangers had their chances, but the Hurricanes had a lot more chances. just based on how they were playing. And yeah, if Shesterkin wasn't in net for the Rangers, those probably would have been blowout games, to be completely honest, because yeah, New York was not playing well. So we'll see if they bounce back. Yeah, that line just went silent when they were quite literally the only line dominating. Well, to be fair, I think it was... Did they not have Trocheck on that line instead of... to be fair, it's not the whole line. Yeah, like, Trocheck's still been really good. But yeah, Laugh, Breadman, and Kreider have all gone quiet. I agree. With that. Alright, we'll advance a day here. We should get a scout back here in just a second. And there we go. Yeah. No, I got you. I got you there, Peaceful. That was my bad. Tynarski gonna get relocated to NLA. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, that one line of Trocheck, Laugh, and Breadman was just dominating the Hurricanes for like games 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, we'll see if that changes. Yeah, but when hasn't Kaapo Kakko been quiet? Let's be fair there. He's probably a bust, to be completely honest. He's been a solid bottom 6 contributor, but like he's not Alexi Lafreniere. He's not gonna break into that Rangers top 6 anytime soon, probably. So yeah, it's too bad because like really. Who went third after those two? It was Kirby Dach, wasn't it? So yeah, Kirby Dach, give and take, he's been injured all the time. But there were some really good players in 2019, though, weren't there? There was Mo Seider went 6th. Turcotte was a bust at 5th. Who went 4th? Bowen Byram. Bowen Byram would have been scary to be on that Rangers team. Like, that just would have been insane. All right, we are now at the point where we are properly starting the season, so we get to check out our team ratings here and see just how good or bad we're actually looking. I gotta pull up my Growler spreadsheet, but I went too far ahead. There we go, Newfoundland Growlers tracker. And all right, for this upcoming season, which is going to be year number 4, we have got 75 offense, 66 defense, and 62 goaltending. We'll probably end up switching and changing that around a little bit as the year goes on, but that's what we're starting with. You guys probably can't even see it behind my camera. Let's just go boop, and there you are. Now you know I'm not lying. I don't know why I would lie about team ratings, because there are some really low team ratings there. But okay, as we continue on here, let's check out our actual team ratings this year. And we are going to be, we're going to be on the other side. Perfect. Okay, so there you get a first proper look at Vasilyev apart from me editing him. He looks pretty nasty, to be honest. But 92 offense, 86 defense, and 73 goaltending. This should be a fun go. 92, 86, and 73. Okay. We'll see what happens, if it's going to be a good year or not. It's going to be a tough one to really judge and tell. But, yeah, Doc's been another, really just unfortunate career path so far with how many injuries he's had. Vasilyev's going to be our next captain. I have no doubt about that. He's the first player we took, and we've got him as a captain on the team. All right, I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but we can go look through it. Delorier is still there, so that's interesting from last year. Not a player I would have necessarily picked to be around still, but we'll take it. And as we continue on, we start off the season 1-1-1, and we lose Oleg Vasilyev to a sprain until October 28th. So he is out for a hot minute. We somehow win our season opener. Again, of course, it's against the Islanders, because the Islanders just can never win games against us. It's pretty funny, actually, how bad they are. I am wondering. Yeah, look at Belchet's go. Oh my god. A penalty every other game and a goal pretty much every game so far. He's been solid. I'm actually very impressed with how he's playing. And then, yeah, oh, look at Tuzolino, point per game player, too. We will take that. That is solid. Solid play. How about Levshinov? Oh my goodness. Point per game as well. Let's go. Yes, Levshinov is playing top power play, so that's probably where most of that scoring's coming from. And, alright, we get Yanni Gourde back, too. We lost another game, but I'm sure we got some decent scoring there still. And, alright, let's put Gourde in. Gourde's actually lower rated, but he gets the better chemistry. That's why we have it set up that way. And did we lose to... Yes, we did lose to the Wings, so we start off 2-5-1. That's a much better start than last year. With only 5 points there, there's only 3 teams in the whole league that are below us right now. So that'll work for me. I'll simulate up to the 12th here and see how it goes. All right, Calle Rosen gets injured, but we continue to lose. Oh, we win against the Flyers there, though. Brazeau gets injured. Then we beat the Hawks, lose to the Bruins. All right. We beat the... Okay, somehow we beat the Avalanche. Don't ask me how, but we are only 2 points ahead of all the bottom teams, which I'm okay with that. It's not a horrible spot to be. And Tyler Johnson's got 11 points in 13 games, which is quite solid, to be honest. So, now that we are up to the next scouting date, we will go get more scouting done because, again, the scouting is exactly how we're going to land our top guys as we continue on through this series. And we have gotten a good chunk of players that have been draft steals so far. So if we continue on that road, I see no chance of us really having any issues with this team in about 3 to 4 seasons. And to be fair, we're only in year 4 at this point, so I do plan on being competitive by year 9 or 10. That is kind of where I'm expecting this group to be by that timeline, but it is going to take a little bit more time, obviously. So yeah, we're going to go up to just before January 15th, preferably, on this next calendar date. Yeah, that's definitely going to be it. And the thing, too, Peaceful, is that there hasn't been any really, like, top goalies yet that we've seen. Like yes, Gabriel Daigle was available, and we didn't draft him because we drafted Michael Misa, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what actually happens. I haven't seen... Yeah, exactly. We have no clue who's going to be the number 1 goalie here in Newfoundland yet. It is still up in the air big time. It kind of feels like the Oilers, where it's like, yeah, we probably have a guy that's good enough, but we're not sure. And then these backups could come and steal his spot in one game as long as things go badly enough for him. Like, you just don't know. You just don't know. So, alright, as we continue through here, alright, that'll be good. That's so many SHL players we've scouted. I don't know, we could start placing, well, not bets, but, like, you guys could try to call it in the comments as far as if you think Sanchez is going to be the guy, if you think Delmore's going to be the guy, if you think, like who knows, Fanti, yeah, Fanti's going to be the guy. Yes, you did get it right. I think we have him in net, honestly, but yeah, we'll keep him around, and then if the other goalies aren't playing well enough, we just slap him in as the third string and be like, screw you starters and elite goalies, you don't get to actually play any games for us. Ryan Fanti is going to be our starter, and you get to all sit and watch from the sidelines as he puts on a better performance than any of you can. Like, actually, though. I would, yeah, like, if we ever make the playoffs, Fanti can definitely be the third string guy. Just be like, hey, Ryan, we lost a game that we weren't supposed to, or that we couldn't lose. We need you in for this next one. Like, all right. Scouting reports are going pretty quick here. I do like how quickly the skills assessments go. They're one of the quicker sections of scouting report we have to do usually. So, but yeah, you never know. We might manage to snag, like, I'm seeing this Green Tree guy here still. I'm pretty sure he was available in the last draft and didn't get drafted either. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, Ranty's funny. Rantanen, maybe, I don't know. Just typos. It's all good. It is all good, Peaceful. It was very funny. I'm looking, everybody's like, Fanti? Yeah, Fanti. Okay, yeah. Ooh, Alexis Joseph is actually ranked number 1 from our scout rankings. That's interesting because, when I look at Landon DuPont, I'm like, well, franchise defenseman probably, but like Joseph's right there. If I'm being completely honest, like he's going to be a very solid playmaking center too. Not that we need a playmaking center, we probably need a sniping winger more than anything else, if I'm being completely honest about it, but we'll see. I mean, if Prab Batal's available and we don't have to really worry about sliding up and down the board too much, then that might just be the easy pick, but we'll see. Easy might not necessarily be the way to go either, so. Alright, as we continue on here. That's too far. Alright, we're good right there at 243. Yeah, no. We weren't trying to be mean to you at all, Peaceful. We were all just kind of sitting back like, okay, who's gonna say it? Like that was it. That was it. We were just trying to play along without being rude or anything, but we all knew what you were talking about. There's no doubt about that. But definitely a funny moment in this series for sure. That's why I love having the chat, is because there's so many extra factors that can come into play in the series that I wouldn't even think about. But definitely adds to it. So, all right, as we continue on. 157. Is there top D in this draft? There's a couple. There's Brock Cripps. There's Dominic Bertus. There's a decent group of top end kind of D, but nobody that's like, oh, this guy's jumping out of the water. Apart from DuPont, obviously. If we win the number 1 pick, DuPont would be the guy. But we'll have to wait and see. I really don't know yet how this is going to play out. So we will have to just sit back and relax for now and keep our fingers crossed, or, knock on wood or whatever, that we actually win the lottery this year. So. Appreciate it, Peaceful. I apologize if I'm taking away from your focus on schoolwork, though. That is probably something I shouldn't be doing, but, alright. Oh, gotta do a stretch. You know what? I'm gonna go get my coffee. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I'm not gonna be long. It's literally just sitting right out here in the kitchen. Literally just left it on the counter right out here, so. Oh, let's get that closed. There we go. Coffee in the chat, absolutely. If that's everybody else's sign to go get a coffee if you haven't had one today already, or you are half awake like I am. So, all right, let's check out our current position. I think we're. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I forgot. Oh, man, I should have Real Divinity. My bad. I totally didn't. Peaceful. You've had 2 today already. Nice. I did not add the dash of salt. I absolutely... You know what? I'll go do that right now. It's not going to take long. But I do want to see where we are. 29th right now, so we're 2 off of our regular position for where we finished. But I will be right back. I'm going to go try what Real Divinity's saying there. Alright, let's give it a try. I just added, like, the tiniest little bit. Like, it was, like, not even... Didn't even really, like, fill the tiny little, like, palm of my hand. It was, like, just a tiny little bit, like a sprinkle of salt. So let's give it a try. Does it smell any different? Not really, but... Oh yeah, okay. I'm not sure exactly what quality it brings out in the coffee a little more, but I can definitely notice a difference. I'm just trying to figure out what it is still in my mind. So, like, obviously, yes, the salt brings out Probably a little bit more of the coffee bean flavors, but interesting. Okay. Coffee reviews on the channel started soon. Yeah, exactly. That's really what we're doing here. This is actually Etanius coffee reviews. We're not doing gaming anymore. We're just gonna try 1,000 different types of coffee, and then I'm gonna caffeine overdose. Mm-hmm. Okay, that would make more sense. Like I can notice a very, very subtle difference by just sprinkling a little bit in, but yeah, that is probably the way to go. Real Divinity. All right, we are done scouting, I believe, at this point. We did scouting, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, yeah, we did. I just had a mind blank moment there. All right, we will continue on here and see if we can work our way further down the standings to give ourselves the best chance possible at Landon DuPont. But all right, you know what? That's where we want to be. Keep on losing them, even if they're in overtime. Whatever. That's all good. Just means it's still not a regulation win. Yeah, we are definitely in need of another high-end defenseman, preferably a lefty. But we haven't really had the chance to grab one of those guys yet. So, yeah, we'll just have to sit back, wait, and see, really. Because, yeah, you look at this top six, and we've got, like, at least 3, maybe 4, depending on how well Tuzolino develops this year. We've got at least 3 or 4 of these top 6 positions filled. Probably 5, if not all 6. Yeah, just manifest it. Put in the chat. Just draft lottery. Please treat us well this year. How about Levshinov though? 14 and 18. He's playing very well. I am thoroughly impressed with how good he's been so far, and I find it hilarious that he's a franchise guy. So, how are our goalies doing? 4 out of 12, 2 out of 7. There we go. Brickwall Fanti has disappeared, and we are looking good. Yes, please. Yes, please. Get Newfoundland, or get DuPont to Newfoundland. That is the goal. We are sitting with 18 points right now. This is good. All right, we'll just replace those players as is. And 18 points is St. Louis and Chicago are below us still somehow. That is crazy. I'm looking at this like we're doing well. We're simulating quite horribly. And apparently other teams are simulating even worse than us, which is hilarious. So we'll skip over reviewing the draft class for now. How does Alex Iafallo keep getting injured, yet he hasn't actually left the lineup at all? That just seems so strange to me. Also, did we forget to put anybody in? I am wondering on that. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have Tristan Beret in over Makinen, because Makinen actually has some potential. I mean, both of these guys do, but yeah, Makinen needs the games more. So, I gotta sneeze. Oh, good morning. There we go. Now I'm awake. I just needed to sneeze my brains out quickly. Appreciate it, Peaceful. Yeah, hi. not seeing stars after that one necessarily, but definitely a strong sneeze. Also, Vasilyev's having a much better year this year. Does he actually have a decent amount of shots? 25. Okay, 25. He's getting a shot per game, essentially, so he'll come in right around 82 or so, probably closer to 90. Ooh, we lose Healy. That sucks, because he had 19 points. And we lose Tuzolino. Oh, man. Injury central over here in Newfoundland, man. That's not great. And to be fair, it is adding to our losses, but, yeesh. Yeesh. What a go. That was a really tough couple of weeks there. Oh, they put Tuzolino on the second line. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, we continue our extravagant losing streak here. This is actually something. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Brazo's back. Yeah, we'll just best lines that. I don't really care. And then, oh my goodness, are we... Yo, we are on a roll right now, like a proper losing streak tankathon roll. Not that we're tanking. We're not tanking, Gary. I swear to God, we're not tanking. But just saying, this is a very nice stretch of play for us here. I do have to say that. Man, oh man. Oh, yeah, okay. Levshinov's kind of started to drop off as far as the production goes, but that is okay. Anybody else actually has good production still? Oh, yeah, no. Vasilyev dropped off of that close to point per game pace. Belchet's has got 18 and 33, which isn't bad. He's just not developing quite as quickly as I would like. But that is what it is, and yeah, okay. So as we continue on, there we go. The winning streak, or the losing streak, finally ends. Yeah, no, Fanti's, Vezina, and Hart is gone. It is non-existent at this point. But George's is up to a 71, which is pretty good. We'll probably put him... We got 2 forwards there. Yeah, I knew we needed more defense. Put Mackinnon in. Goodness gracious. Keep him in there. All right. That should be fine. All right. Let's back out here just for a second and actually take a look at how crazy this losing streak was. We guaranteed got to be bottom of the league at this point. Okay, so the last game we had won before we actually beat the Senators here was, let's see, 1 week, 2, 3. It's 3 weeks to Calgary. 4, 5. We didn't win a game in almost 5 straight weeks. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Calgary. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 game losing streak. Let's go. That is what we wanted. We're not tanking, Gary. No, we're not tanking. We didn't definitely just lose 12 games in a row. And now we have an 8-21-5 record or anything. No. We're not tanking. We're not tanking. Come on, Gary. You know us better than that. What are you doing? Ooh, okay. Cameron Blackburn is an interesting looking guy. So yeah, for defense here this year, we got Cripps, who's actually a decent size. We got Birtis, who's a little bit small. Hudson, who's a little bit small. Mayorov guy looks okay, and then of course, there's Landon Dupont right at the top of the class, which we would love to get him, but Blackburn is a gem here too, so he could be an interesting potential addition. Or we go Ozzy McIntyre. McIntyre's tiny, like too tiny for my liking, although he does look absolutely disgusting. But then there's also Vorobyev. Vorobyev's a playmaker, but there's Prabbatal, who's a big sniping center who would probably be quite nice with this team. Apparently we haven't gotten a proper scouting report on him yet, but that's what we're looking at. No, Peaceful, I didn't actually get that yet. I will go check it out after. Was it just a friend request kind of thing, or I totally missed it? But yeah, I will go check that out afterwards here. So we're going to go right up to January 15th here against the Bruins. We'll finish off this month as we continue to lose. Oh, man, can Georges, catch a break and not get injured here? Oh, we finally lost to the Islanders. That is something that hasn't happened in, over a year. And then we beat the Dallas Stars. Okay. How many defense do we have injured right now? Seriously. 2? Great. That's tough. That's really tough. Okay, Carlisle, get up here. What are you doing? Sounds good, Peaceful. I got you. I'll check that out right away here. I think it's almost time to make the Tuzolino swap here, though. Yes, Marchessault had 28 points or something like that, but to be fair, Tuzolino needs the development time, and we might as well give it to him. On the other hand here, Carlisle's got to go in right there. We'll go like that, put Vinny up. Yeah, the chemistry is good, the team is not. Yeah, we got a lot of really bad defenders. We don't even have defenders on our AHL team. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Marchessault does call it quits. If that's the case, no, we had the AHL switchover. But yeah, if Marchessault calls it quits, then the C's going on Vasilyev, no doubt about it. Maybe Kuzmenko to a sprained ankle, but yeah, we are sitting currently with 26 points. which is 10 worse than any. Oh, sorry, 8 worse than St. Louis, 10 worse than any other team besides St. Louis. And Vasilyev's only 5 points off a point per game. He's getting lots of assists, which you like to see. But yeah, now we get to actually see the potentials come together, which is always the funnest, most fun part. Is funnest a word now? I think it is. I feel like it sounds wrong, but it might be correct. All right, then we're going all the way up to May 15th or so. 14th is fine. That works. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, maybe we can snag a steal of a defenseman somewhere else. Depends on how the lottery treats us, obviously. But my number one choice would obviously be DuPont. If we can get him, that would just be awesome. I really don't know how that's actually going to play out. We have no control over the lottery, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see, obviously. Funnest is a word. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Welcome to the stream, Vendetta. That's all good that you're late. No worries. You haven't missed a lot, apart from our team has actually learned how to... Well, first off, we had to announce, just say it out loud, that tell Gary Bettman that we're not tanking, that we're actually trying to compete this year. And then we just immediately went on a 12-game losing streak. So take that as you will. But we are currently 8 points below the second worst team in the league in St. Louis, and it is a good spot to be right now because there is a franchise defenseman in Landon DuPont coming up, and we will have to see. Gary, Fanti will be pulling a masterclass. Just trust. Yeah, yes, correct, Peaceful. Yeah, we're just ready for Ryan Fanti to pop off and get his save percentage up to 905 here in a minute. So we'll see what happens in this back half of the season. Obviously, we're just past the halfway point of the regular season now, and that's when all of the potential and comparison scouting gets done. But yeah, it has been a horrendous start for the Growlers this year, as they're very much bottom of the league. And as the general manager, I have nothing to worry about because I know I can't get fired from my job. So, yeah, as we continue on with the scouting, there's hopefully going to be a few steals this year. I don't remember did we see a message of the scouts actually telling us what they think of the draft class? Like, usually you get that message of, like, it's going to be a strong draft class. It's going to be a weak draft class this year, or a little bit weaker. It's going to be, like, whatever. Like, normally they hit you with one of those messages. I don't think we've seen that yet. Gary, we have Fanti. What is tanking? Gary Bettman's like, I don't know, because other teams don't do it. Oh man, I love the chat in this stream. It just makes it so much more fun. Yeah, I know. Like, I thought we were gonna get that message earlier, and I haven't seen it, so no idea what to expect from it here. But we'll have to just sit back and wait and see. Also, I have noticed a few times this year in 24 where, like, I've scouted a player, it tells me they're like a low 7th defenseman or a low bottom 6 forward, and then they turn out to be like low elite kind of thing. Like, I have seen that a few times this year, so we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we're probably going to miss players if that is the case, because then our scouting is just completely wrong. But I do wonder if it's just outdated scouting that does that as well at the draft. Like, I have seen that a couple times this year, where I'm like, whoa, hey, hold on, I thought we had this guy scouted, and we look, and it's like, oh, yeah, okay, he was low 7th. I don't know why he popped off as low elite. Like, it has happened a few times, so we'll see if we get any potential changes or things like that at this upcoming draft here. Yeah, I thought like I said, Peaceful, I thought we got that message earlier on in the year, but I guess I'm wrong, so. Okay. All right, scouting's looking pretty solid this year. I can't complain about any of that. I mean, yeah, you can go for that peaceful. It's more been off camera for me that I've noticed it, where I've been like, wait a second, hold on. Like, I don't think we've really had it happen in too many streams, but I have noticed it once or twice in my like own franchise mode saves that I'm just playing for fun um, rather than playing on camera. So yeah, you can go back if you want, but I'm gonna tell you now, it's probably not worth your time to do that because I don't think we've really had too many of those events happen. I was just thinking because I saw Green Tree's potential in the one USA section, and it was like medium fringe starter, and I'm like, didn't we have him scouted from last year, and that's probably his last year's potential? That's what got me on that thought train there. So all right, and we are almost done the first proper round of potential and comparison scouting. Look at how many top guys are in the dub this year. It's crazy. We are definitely going to need to do a round 2 of WHL scouting because there's going to be a lot of guys that we just simply don't get to scout. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Actually, we didn't do that bad. Okay. And all right, round 1 of potential and comparison is done. We get to sim all the way to the end of the season now. And, before we do that, I am going to save this record because, man, oh man, this is for sure the best chance we have had to, knock on wood, win a lottery. But just because we have good chances doesn't mean it's going to go our way necessarily either. So, again, let's just take one more kind of peek at the top of this draft here. Look at what players are available. And, yes, DuPont's defense and physicality is a little questionable, but all the rest of it is totally worth it because he is going to be a very good player. Alexis Joseph honestly doesn't look quite as good as you would think. The best player in this draft is probably going to be Yakov Antropov just based on overall rating and everything. But Blackburn looks really good too. Yes, that is Landon DuPont. Yep. I'm very excited to see. He's a point per game in his draft here, which is crazy because, again, he is only a 17 turning 18-year-old. I guess he is 18 now. Batal looks pretty solid too. Look at his stats, man. Holy, 51 points in 35 games. That is sick. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we won't really know. Mayorov looks pretty good defensively based on the overall ratings. Same with Peter Panik. I'm really looking more so towards kind of the end of the first round, start of the second round, see if anybody has really high ratings for stuff. Like maybe Francois Faneuf. You never know. You can usually tell when somebody's going to be a steal simply based on their grades. Like this guy, Pikkarainen, NHL ready goalie. Ooh. Yeah, that's all good. That is all good, peaceful. I don't think that's actually occurred on stream or on any videos, but I've noticed it on my own franchise modes that I play for fun. Also, though, guys, we did just see this goalie up here that looks pretty nice. Yeah, fair enough, peaceful. Go for it. No worries. But this one goalie here, Pikkarainen, is a gem. A rating. Potentially NHL ready. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. And Andy is at pick 57, so we could very easily get him with a second-round pick. Keep an eye on that man, because he might be our second-rounder this year. Anyways, I did not save the file. I need to save the file because I really do not want to lose the progress we have gotten up to this point because it has been such a good season for us. Such a bad season for us. Apologies, Gary. But yeah, let's continue on here. Finish off the month of January, and we're going to lose 4-0 to the Bruins. All right. 9-3 win against the Avs. Oh boy, here comes the Newfoundland train. Why am I getting... I don't need to see that yet. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, well, we beat the Canucks. Yeah, sounds good, peaceful. No worries. Hope you catch your bus on time and that, nothing goes wrong or weird with that, because I know buses can be a little all over the place sometimes. So, all right, Kuzmenko, put him back in on the third line. And okay, now we're on a 3-game heater. We win 3 games in a row somehow. Are we gonna win them 4? Nope, we do lose 2 in a row after that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. How's Belchet's playing? He's playing all right. Nothing insane, but can't complain with his efforts so far either. He's been pretty solid. Let's just flip over to him here. Belchet's has got 27 points in 84 games, or 48 games. Verbal dyslexia there, nice and quick. But yeah, no, he's looking good. Not too crazy on the penalty minutes, which is really nice. But yeah, he's scoring pretty well. I'm surprised he's gotten any assists, but for a fourth liner playing on our second line, he has been quite solid. He's just getting a ton of morale gain from ice time. Like, you look at his management section there, is doing great. Everything else is a little questionable, obviously, but can't really complain with that. And yeah, I am currently quite happy with where we're looking. Most of these guys are happy for the most part, which is actually good, because if they're not happy, then we're going to have problems, but we haven't really had to experience that yet. Yeah, I am totally okay with where the team's at, so. Yeah, exactly. I know that's going to be fun, Real Divinity. Like, once he's actually ready to go, oh man, look out NHL. Like, those two are going to be scoring like crazy, and if we put another playmaker or sniper in between those guys that's actually good, it's going to be a time, for sure. All right, so we continue on here. We were on a 4-game heater of losing streaks, and then we win one and lose one. We do get Harrison Georges back, which is good, because he's been injured for a lot of the season this year, which has really definitely affected his growth. I'll put Salmonen and Georges in together here. Hopefully that'll be okay. Actually, let's put Georges on the top pairing. I did it again where I switched over to the AHL by accident. Okay, so we'll finish off February now, which, to be fair, February's been a pretty solid month for us as well, just based on record. And, man, oh man, like, if we... Let's raise his discipline. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah, let's swap him out for... That's a great comment there, Vendetta. I really appreciate that. Ooh, look at Vasilyev. Only 4 points off a point per game. Let's go. Let's go. What were we doing here? Sorry. We're going to move Belchet's down for now, just so he gets a little bit less... Like, he'll still get the ice time boosters being a 4th line rating. Unless he had jumped to, like, 83 or something, then, yeah. He doesn't fit quite as well, but that's fine. We'll probably run... Actually, how's Tuzolino been doing? Yeah, he's been okay. Hasn't been great. But yeah, we'll run those two like that instead. Maybe... Any switch? No. Okay, we're going to keep it like that then. And... Yeah, alright. Alright. I think we are ready. Ooh, I should put Radish and Walker back in the lineup. That's not good enough from me. So we'll run that, and then I'm going to send Dylan Collin back down. That is all good, Ben. Welcome to the stream. Glad you made it. And yeah, this year, like, we got Belchet's in here. He's slowly working his way along. You know, he's actually had a pretty solid season here. 26 points so far. 23 goals is very solid. But right now we're just working on the lines a little bit. We are having a very solid season based on our team not doing well. If you're looking at it from that perspective, because we're obviously not allowed to talk about it that way, because then Gary Bettman just immediately nerfs our team's losing abilities. But yeah, we're going to put Coughlin in here. That'll help the defense down in the A a little bit. And yeah, our team's playing exactly how you would expect them to right now. 14, 38, and 9, putting us dead last, like far and away dead last in the NHL. I don't think it's even remotely close. Yeah, no, we are... Oh my god. How many points is that? We are currently 14 points behind. Yep. And we'll still lose the lottery. That is guaranteed pretty much at this point. I don't think a number one team has won the lottery in a while. I mean, San Jose obviously did it this year, but like, apart from that, not really a lot of teams that actually land bottom win the lottery. So, all right, so let's continue on here. We lose to the Ducks. We sim right past the trade deadline. Don't even worry about it. And, all right, Sean Dursey. We're not taking Ryan Johnson. Follows injured with a broken jaw, of all things. That's gotta suck. We're picking up this guy. We need more defense, so let's claim Connor Mackey. Welcome to the team. We can't take Beckman. That is fine. And are we going to hit the big 5-0? We might hit the big 5-0. What do you guys think? Do you think we actually hit it? I think there's a good chance as far as we only need 7 more. We will put Iafallo back in. Oh, so I just got to stretch my arm a little bit there, but let's see. Iafallo over... Where is Zahorna fit? Let's put him in there. All right. Ooh, okay, Pentakainen's looking pretty nice with it. I can't fault how he's playing at all. And we are going to put Mackey in here. And we got another D-man. Beautiful. Look at that. We have positive, or we have non-negative defensive chemistry now. That's perfect. Also, who's injured here? Oh, yeah, Zamula. Okay, that makes sense. Also, are we seeing any more growth? Tuzolino's up a little bit. Belchets has stayed pretty much where he is. Oh, we got quite a few assists there. Yeah, 40 points that's not bad. Not bad at all. To be fair, I do believe Kuzmenko scores quite a bit, but actually, yeah, Kuzmenko and Lizotte both score occasionally. So, yeah, and then what are we at? 57 points in 66 games. Not bad for Vasilyev, but his scoring pace isn't the greatest by any means either. Freddie Gaudreau gets injured. That is all good. Darren Radish gets injured, and all right, let's finally take a peek at the draft here. Obviously, Alexis Joseph's going to be a high elite, and he looks freaking phenomenal. Ooh, Duchesne's a power forward. That's an interesting one. Blackburn slid up to 5th now at this point, so he's another option for us for sure. Batal is actually sliding down the board, which I find interesting as well. There you have Bertus. He looks pretty good, apart from he's a 1 year out. Hudson's going to be a high 4, I believe is what I have him as. And then after that, we are just at the mercy of the draft generation. Ooh, yeah, okay, Phaneuf looks pretty good. But then where is this goalie that we were looking at? Oh, he's only a starter. Come on. I was really hoping Pakarainen would be better than that. Dupont is the guy you drafted, now he's 93 overall. Jeez, yeah, that is a player we definitely want. It's really more so a matter of do we luck out and actually, win the lottery, but we'll have to wait and see. This Lowe guy looks pretty good, Harvey Lowe. So maybe we'll get a chance at him. Ooh, Timonen as well, looks pretty good. All right. Like I said, I just had that feeling it was going to be a pretty good draft year this year. I don't know why, but I just had that feeling. And anybody else? Low 6 there, and Leitonen. Okay. Not a whole lot else really going on here besides that. Another low 6 way down there in Yuri Semenov. So yeah, we'll just have to wait for a little bit more scouting to come through. Obviously, we have a decent amount of players scouted, but a lot of guys that we are still just waiting on scouting reports for. So, not a bad first look, though, at the draft class. I'm pretty happy with that. So, now we win 2 games. All right. The game's trying to get us back in the competition of I don't know, not being very, very dead last. Yeah, we beat the Blackhawks. We lose to the Bruins. And, all right, Zamula's back. That'll help. I would love to get DuPont, man. I would love to get Landon DuPont. But we'll see. We'll see. I just have that feeling that we're yet again not going to win a lottery, but you never know. You never know until it actually happens. We are not swapping out Levshinov. He has been far too good to move. And, all right, we'll put Carlisle in there. Works for me, apart from... How do our defense just... Like, our defense are just getting murked in the AHL. I don't even understand it. All right. Gutro's back, whatever. Calle Rosen's a guy we definitely need to put back in the lineup. Also, how's Järvinen doing? Hey, pretty good. New career high there with 48 points in 76 games. To be fair, he's a grinder, so wasn't exactly expecting him to score boatloads of goals or anything, but it always helps when those guys are performing a little bit better. So I'll go like this for now. Delmore's up to a 72. It's definitely not good enough yet. Like, that is where drafting Pakarainen probably still wouldn't be a bad move. We are 10 points ahead of the Dallas Stars at this point. Dallas, really. Dallas is the second worst team. That's interesting. Okay, all right. Let's finish off this regular season. Vasilyev's had a pretty solid year. I'm just really hoping he can surpass his previous career high of 69 points. And if he does, then I will be happy with that. Oh my goodness, 50 points as a rookie defenseman. Artyom Levshinov, yes please. 41 for Belchets is pretty solid too. Tuzolino has also set a new career high, I believe. Yeah, he just beat out last year's career high, which is, not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, Levshinov at 49 points is actually amazing. I'm very happy with that. So, all right, let's simulate through the last little bit here. How many are we going to hit the big 5-0? We haven't yet. There we go. We finally hit the big 5-0 with 3 games left in the season. And we lose 10-6 on the closing season day. Yeah, Levshinov has had a year. That is for sure. Man, oh man, what a year that was. Yeah, jeez. 52 losses. Technically 62 losses. 20, 52, and 10. Vasilyev matches his career high of 69 points. Go figure. And we are, as far as I'm concerned, far and away the worst team in the league by a whopping potentially 13 or even 15 points. Which is crazy because we really didn't make any changes really from one year to the next. We'll advance a little further here. You can see all of the team ratings and final standings there. Pretty solid, honestly, apart from us. The rest of the league was somewhat balanced. Some pretty big variation between the top and bottom teams in the division, but still not a particularly horrible year. You were correct there, Real Divinity. Gotta learn how to fall before we fly. What a quote. That is awesome. All right. Let's take a look through all of our scoring here this year on the team. Honestly, it wasn't bad. I am so surprised that Levshinov popped off that hard in his first season. To be fair, technically he's a franchise defenseman. So, all right, here's our forwards. Not bad. Not bad at all this year. I'm pretty happy with how they did. We got some decent growth from the players that we actually wanted, and a lot of minimal production from the other guys that we don't care about so much. Artyom Levshinov has more points than the next 2 highest scoring defensemen combined, as he scores 19 goals. I guess you could say his shooting's pretty good. Yeah, I think we took the right D man there. To be fair, minus 34 on a pretty bad team. But yeah, crazy season for us, absolutely. But only 20 wins combined between Lankinen and Fanti. Absolute gods in net. That's what we love to see. And then here is your top scorers for the league this year as William Nylander, however you say his name, Nylander. 127 points, 39 goals, 88 assists. That is phenomenal. Tyler Toffoli, yet again, is just popping off with the Sharks as him and Reinhart combine for crazy totals. That's just insane. I never expected San Jose to be that good that quickly, but to be fair, they landed some absolutely amazing free agent signings. Brock Besser's in Philadelphia now, of all places. That is wild as well. Connor Bedard has another 100-point season. How many 100-point seasons has he had now? That's the only one, really. I guess, yeah, it's just been more goal scoring for him than anything else so far. But yeah, those are your best scorers in general. Assist leaders, there you go. Goal scoring leaders, Bedard does lead the league by one singular goal over McDavid and Gensel there. And then Matthews, Rantanen, Michkov all right in behind him there. Not really surprising. Michkov looks absolutely amazing as well. As far as rookie skaters go this year, Cole Eiserman puts up a whopping 74 points. Gavin McKenna in LA scores, oh my god, he's 88 rated. He grows a bunch of X Factors, gets up to 61 points. Adam Nemec was actually better scoring than him in Calgary, and so is that Joey Evans from the year before. Yeah, I wish we had gotten him. He would have been a great pickup. But yeah, Levshunov ends up at a pretty solid spot on that list with 53 points. Like, he's, top 8? 2, 4, 6, top 7. No, it's Joey Evans was just a completely computer-generated player. Yeah, no, he's he's Belgian. Like, what? But yeah, anyways, that guy was one of the craziest computer-generated players I've seen for a region, at least. Belchets did pretty well there, too. As far as your top goalies go, Shesterkin with a 9-10 save percentage, wins 43 games. 9-14 for Hellebuck is pretty insane. And then as far as D-men go this year, Adam Fox doesn't score 100 this year, as Cale Makar beats him out there with 80 points over his 76. Very good year. How about Cam York and Jamie Drysdale, though? That is a crazy combo in Philly, though. That is nice. That is a very nice group there. All right. So that is it for the regular season. Pretty good year overall. Your top team in the league, I believe, was Toronto, but I might be wrong. No, it wasn't Toronto. Somebody else had like 100. Oh, it was Toronto. Okay. I thought someone had 117 points, but Makar's on the Habs? Hold on, really? Oh, I guess, yeah, he did hit free agency. You're correct. Yeah, that would be scary. Scary good to see Makar on the Habs in real life, but yeah, hold on a second. Let's just go double check that. Yeah, you were correct. He is on the Habs, but look at how much money they paid him. We can get 2.5 Oleg Vasilyevs for that price. That is insane. And he only puts up 80 points. Levshunov put up, 53 as a rookie. He's going to be fine. But, yeah, that is it for the regular season there. As far as the AHL goes, I believe we're all done here. Ooh, the Huskies actually make the playoffs. Let's go. 50-30-2 on a team that I genuinely did not expect to go anywhere. And yeah, okay, that is something new for sure. Something very new that I was not expecting in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, wow. What a year that was. Okay. So yeah, there's your top teams for each division. This is also for myself for tracking after the stream is done so that we can make the stream go a little quicker in this portion at least. But yeah, there's all your top players for each division. And hold on, did the Pacific actually get... Oh no, the Pacific, I missed 2 spots. So yeah, we got San Diego and Colorado there for points as well. But yeah, pretty solid year from the Huskies. What position did we actually finish in the league? We were 8th place. That is fabulous. That is genuinely way better than I expected. Yeah, go Huskies. How about Robinson here? Eric Robinson, 64 points. Very solid year from him. Marko Järvinen, 54, not bad. We got some scorers down here, that's for sure. Guys that can actually play, put the puck in the net, do things that we need them to. And yeah, really not a bad season at all. As far as our rookie skaters go, we had a few pretty solid contributing guys. And then as far as goalies go, Delmore was actually quite solid. So was Makinen. Makinen went 21 out of 31. That's fabulous. So yeah, cannot complain about the performance we got down in Halifax this year. We will actually just very, very roughly track how things go there. Oh my God, how did Jordan Gavin fall to pick 12 in Boston? The Bruins are going to be filthy. Yeah, look at that. That's disgusting. I can't believe Bruins got Sokolov and Gavin. Vigo Bjork looks very good too, I have to say. But man, oh man, some crazy top scorers this year. Mikey Bearchild actually popped off as well. I know he got picked 2 picks after Belchetz, but to be fair, he didn't play in the NHL either. So, all right, so that's your top scorers. Best rookie this year was, go figure, Jordan Gavin. Best goalie this year was Antti Ranta, winning 47 games. That's crazy. Best defender was Santeri Hataka. Hataka? Yeah, Hataka. I'm surprised Bo Akey popped off. He looks really good now. And all right, that is pretty much it. Who's the best goal scorer this year? Probably Nieto? No, oh my God, Sokolov. How did I miss Sokolov's 58 goals? That's crazy. 14.4 shooting percentage, but he shot 404 shots. That is a guy we should have drafted. Yeah, we messed up not taking Timofey Sokolov last year. Oh my goodness, he's gonna be the Bruins are gonna be disgusting for years to come. We're gonna have to try to beat a super team in Boston probably. So, anyways, that is it for the regular season. Let's go and just give the draft class another quick peek here. See if any new players have popped up that we didn't realize were as good as they are before. And all right, nothing really yet. Yeah, no, it's gonna take some more time for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it so far. We haven't really come across any other guys that are like super amazing looking picks yet. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, what do you guys think about Pakarainen? Joakim Pakarainen. He looks like he could be the guy potentially. Maybe he's the guy we go with. What do you guys think? Do you think he could very easily be our second round pick, or what's the call there? I know he's taken goalies in the second round 3 times now at this point, but let's just advance a day or two here. And all right, regular season's completed. We do actually complete an owner goal, and I do realize now that I have not done arena upgrades that I need to, so I'm going to do that right now because these are easy. These are really easy owner goals to connect on, and yeah, then we don't really have to worry about too much. So anyways, what do you guys think as far as Pakarainen goes? Do you think he should just guaranteed be the pick? Do you think we have too many goalies already? Like, what's your guys' opinion there? Also, as we hit the progress reports here, let's see if we got any growth at all. Tuzolino, probably one of the best growing guys there. Belchetz grew pretty well. That was about it, though. I mean, Healy grew a little bit, too. He looks okay. Oh, my goodness. Teravainen's 81 rated. Let's go. How good was his year? Oh, 42 points. Okay, yeah, that's... Yeah, that's true. We could potentially see Pakarainen get better, but how about Kari Teravainen, guys? Like, that is just such a good year from him. Sanchez got up to 54 overall, so nothing crazy there, but a little bit of growth. And yeah, just... Oh, okay, Michael Meese is up to an 80 now as well. Did he have a good year? Not really. Didn't play a whole lot. Yeah, Teravainen is going to be the center we need, like, over Michael Misa, if I'm looking at it. He is small, but he's playing well, like, very well. Look at his stats, too. Like, his skills are off the charts. He's got very good awareness, decent shot, decent defense, honestly, apart from face-offs, which that kind of stinks for a center. But we can work on those, obviously. His skating is questionable, and his physicality is actually not horrible. He kind of reminds me of almost like a Sidney Crosby build, not quite, but yeah, he definitely does like to pass. There's no doubt about that. How's Misa looking? decent puck skills. I don't like that 80 hand-eye. That would be better. That could be better, especially for skilled up. Offense awareness is good. Shots pretty good. Defense is okay. You got better face-offs at least, and skating's actually quite solid. Physicality's lacking for sure, but that's our two centers that we got in the system right now. And yeah, we more than likely need a defender, but there's only really one at the top of the class. So with that in mind, let's start just advancing our way through a month here. We're just going to advance day by day, see how it goes, and we get all those upgrades and stuff done. But we would start off by winning game 1, very solid there against the Syracuse Crunch. Joe Snively with 2 goals. Then we lose 4-1. Snively gets an assist on that goal, but yeah, the Crunch are the favorite team here. So game 3, we win again. All right, we're 1 win away from the second round. Not a bad start here for the Huskies for the first bit of playoff action we've actually seen. And game 4, we close out the series 3-2 in overtime. Joe Snively has a playoff series for the ages with 6 points in 4 games. Absolutely amazing. That is what we like to see. And all right, let's continue on here. So once we get to the end of April, then we will, or once we get to the middle of May, that's when we do our next round of scouting. But what? Oh, actually, do we dare? Do we dare? I think we sign Teravainen and throw him in the AHL right now. It might throw off the entire team's chemistry, but he's not playing in playoffs, that's for sure. So let's do it. Let's sign Kari Teravainen to an AHL deal and throw him straight in with the Huskies as what? How did we end up on coaching staff? What? I was like, that's got to be a glitch or something. No. But yeah, let's throw him in like second, third line, somewhere in there. Yeah, he's 81 rated, so and he could fit on the top line potentially. That is actually a filthy top line if we get it rolling. We go I follow there, and then put, oh yeah, we're gonna go Letary there. Absolutely, that is for sure the play. Yeah, no, we got him on the first. That's where he's going for sure. But yeah, we're gonna put like Kuhlman in here. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so yeah, let's see if Teravainen really gets it going. I believe he's number. Oh, I don't know. I had his number written down somewhere. I think it was in the overview stat. He's number 25. That's his preferred number. But, if he's wearing the other one there, that is all good too. I'm not super concerned about it necessarily. But, yeah, let's see what we can do here, as this might change our success and chances in the playoffs by having a guy like Kari Teravainen in here. So, speaking of which, now that he's signed, let's go and actually check him out, see how he looks. Make him the distributor on the power play. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that for sure. All right. And, ooh, he looks nasty. I like it. He's kind of rocking a little bit of everything, and I actually quite like the look of that. So yeah, let's keep Teravainen exactly the way he is, apart from maybe improve the playoff beard a little. Even then, yeah, no, he grows it right out. That is perfect. Okay, there is Kari Teravainen for you guys. I am super excited to see him in action. And then, yeah, we will go and make him the distributor on the power play, because that just makes way too much sense. So let's go do that. All right, so it did set him to that, which is perfect. Let's make the finisher I follow Robinson, probably. Okay, so let's try that. It's not a great power play, but that is all good. And all right, let's continue on against the Cleveland Monsters here. We start off with a 3-2 loss. That's a little bit tough. Game 2, we win 4-3 in OT. Let's go. Snively's still playing great. Game 3, we lose again. All right, that's a little bit unfortunate. All right, and we can slow sim because we're actually facing elimination now. And all right, first period 0-0. We get outshot 10-6. Second period 2-1. Not looking great there. All right, can we get a goal back? Come on, Teravainen. Let's go power play Huskies. Come on. We don't get it, but we do get an even strength goal from Kari Teravainen. That is where we need him to shine. And all right, this is a very tight game here. 2-2. 20-something shots apiece. We're actually getting outshot pretty heavily right now. Oh, now we get a power play again. Doesn't convert. Power play Cleveland. And they score. Oh, Edstrom with a minute left. Oh, let's go. Järvinen ties it up. Oh, my goodness. And we're headed to OT. All right. Let's continue on into OT, see what happens here. Power play Cleveland. Oh, geez, that was a 4-minute. That's crazy. They didn't score on the 4-minute power play. All right, halfway through the first frame of overtime, it's over, and it's the Huskies. Joe Snively, out of all players, gets it done in OT, and we get to continue on here to a winner-take-all Game 5 elimination in the playoffs. All right, let's see what we can do. First period, 1-0 Huskies from Teravainen. Second period, 1-1 as Matteau ties it up there for the Cleveland Monsters. All right, come on, Halifax. Keep the playoff success going. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, we get scored on by Corson Ceulemans. All right, let's get that goal back. Come on, boys. We're getting enough shots. We had 30 shots. There we go. Järvinen gets one. Beautiful. Power play Cleveland. Ooh, it's okay. Didn't get it done. That's awesome. I'm stressing out a little bit here. There we go. Terrace and Georges with just 3 minutes left. And that is going to do it. What a comeback. Let's go. Absolutely fabulous. Fabulous performance in the playoffs here. And we are headed on to the next round, which is awesome because I did not expect the Halifax Huskies to go this far. To be fair, we were a top 8 team, but now we get to take on this two-headed monster in Providence with Sokolov and Jordan Gavin. I don't know why I slow simmed the first game. That was my bad, but we started off up 1-0, 2-1 game, and we win it 4-3. Woohoo, that was tight. Okay. I don't know why I slow simmed. We're nowhere near finishing off this series, and these two series do go to 7 games for the conference finals and the Calder Cup finals, but we are getting close to our next scouting date here. Game 2, we win 6-2. Oh my goodness, just disassembling the Providence Bruins, and we win 3-2 in Game 3. Might as well write them off right now. That's crazy. Absolutely awesome. Awesome performance here. Oh my goodness. Look at how many points DuPont had. 90 points in 70 games as a defenseman. Oh my goodness. I would very much like to get Landon DuPont. I don't like that the game is showing that we're going to land 4-6 because that means we're probably moving down in the lottery. But, you know, we never know until it actually happens. But, man, oh man. DuPont looks so nice. Defenseman with big tipper? I don't know about that. Ooh, Yurka. Okay, that could be a decent pick there. Oh my goodness, Ben. Your Landon DuPont is going insane. You're making me envy you because I really would like to get DuPont, and I don't know if we're going to get the chance or not still. Oh my goodness. Okay. Any other top 4 D-men? Not really. I mean, Panic looks good, so does Mayorov, but we're not going to get a shot at either of those guys. And yeah, Pakarainen's the only guy there that really looks like he's worth drafting. Yeah, literally though. That's crazy. All right. Lots of top 9 guys, so maybe some guys we can snag a little bit further back in here. Like, I'm not upset by that. Okay, that's insane, Ben. You have a D-man who's top 4 in the scoring race. That sounds like Quinn Hughes this year for a while. All right, so as we continue on here, we got a few more days before our next scouting report, but we win that game for sure, and we are right on to the Calder Cup Finals in our first ever appearance with the Halifax Huskies. This is crazy. Genuinely just crazy. We just swept that absolute beast-looking Providence Bruins in 4 games. Insane. They were the number 1 team, and we were just like, meh. Goodbye. Bring out the broom. Sweep them away. Just goodbye. All right, on to the Chicago Wolves. Out of all teams, this is Carolina's team. And all right, game one. Oof, we lose. That's a little tough. All right, we'll advance one more day to the 15th, and now we will get our last round of scouting done. And really, at this point with scouting, it's just more so a matter of, like, we know where most of the top guys are going to fall. But it's just making sure we get those other guys scouted that we didn't before. Guys like this. Alright, so we'll get those 5 done there in Russia. Wolves against Huskies, we're dead. Yeah, you're probably right, but you never know. You never know. I wouldn't write us off just yet. In real life, we're dead. Yes, you were correct. Timonen we did already scout, so that's good. Got some other guys to look through here, though. Nice. Okay, so we get all the way up to Heinen scouted there. Gotta love guys that are named Standard. Set the standard real high for us here, right? All right, how's the SHL looking? Did we get all of our guys scouted? I'm sure we got most of them scouted. Not really any like super crazy ETAs and stuff here. Like most of these guys are 4 or 5, somewhere in that range, years out, which is all good with me. That's kind of what we were expecting from this draft overall, apart from the very top end, which of course we only get to pick once in there. All right, so 359 is our next scouting position, which is actually way down. All right, so we'll get lots of players scouted there. And yeah, the scouting part's always the most boring, but it is also what's going to bring us the most success in the future. So, all right, ooh, backup goalie. You never know with those guys; they might turn out. Those 2 done. That should be good. How's the NLA looking? I don't think there was any like super. Oh, actually, Brandon Tennell might be good. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm glad we got some NLA scouts in here because these guys actually look pretty nasty. So we will obviously have to wait and see how the potential treats us on these guys. But yeah, talk about a pretty solid stretch here in the NLA. All right. Kirka, yeah, Kirka's going to be good. That's going to be a guy we probably go out and get. I'm not certain that we get him over Pakarainen, but we might. I'm just really not set on any one player yet. All right, so we'll get that extra scouting done. Now we're over to the East in the USA. Vernarski, absolutely awesome name, but kind of a mad-looking player. Top 6 guy here in DeMaio. I'll scout those 3, I guess, to make sure we get it done in time. How is the Central looking? We still don't have a full potential in comparison on Lars Hudson. That's a little concerning. Yeah, we should have better scouting than this. I'm really not happy with the scouts here so far. Like, how do we not have scouting reports on a whole bunch of these guys? Like, that is genuinely concerning to me. Like, hello, 2-year fringe starter? What's going on with that? Like, what? Huh? Excuse me? Because, yeah, I was thinking Green Tree's potential might change, but it did not. So, that is what it is. Oh, you get all the late-end guys scouted that don't even matter. That's kind of frustrating. I guess we'll go Stafford, and then, like, yeah, Locke. that's pretty much all we're going to do here. Yeah, okay. Interesting U.S. Central region this year. That could potentially pay some profits if scouting reports turn out the way I'm expecting them to, but they probably won't turn out that way, so... Alright, I guess we'll scout Wojwitka at the very end, or sorry, Wanvig at the very end. I don't know where I got Wojwitka from. And then in the O, we've actually got pretty solid scouting overall. Philippe Duchesne actually looks quite nice with it, but we don't need another power forward. St. Jacques looks very nice. There's quite a few players that look very nice. Fanuf's another guy that we could potentially draft. And then the potential kind of just drops off from there. There's just not really a whole lot else after that. Ooh, Dale Bickle's a new one. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on him. We might be able to get him. Keep an eye on Goslin. And Matthew Paris. And yeah, okay, might as well do Zhao as well. Wakabayashi is a cool name. Well, yeah, I have seen a Wakabayashi a few times. Alright, and then we'll do Bergevin. I guess we'll wait until the next scouting report for Bergevin. We do have quite a few guys that can get all this scouting done. So, yeah, I see him right there. Wakabayashi. Andy Wakabayashi. Awesome name. Who's the next guy we're going to do? Bergevin. Alright, so we'll just scout from here on out and then go 265 onwards. Especially for Lowry. Ooh, that was a good one on my neck. Alright. Now that the queue's done, that's more queue scouting than we've ever done in the last like 3 or 4 episodes. This Blackburn guy looks really good, man. And if he's a gem, then he could be something special. But we'll have to wait and see. 1 year ETA on Packard. Interesting. I don't know why I'm even scouting him because I know we're not going to get guys in this range, but you never know. We'll scout Swanson too. Probably DiPietro. Definitely Lawrence. Actually, we'll wait on Lawrence, and then we'll do Lawrence and Harrison on the next scouting report. The Gase looks bad. Kavanaugh looks good. Pass on that guy. Pass. Let's go McGillrath. We'll have to do McGillrath and Leopold on the next one, which is all good with me. Yeah, okay. Who else do we got in here that's worth scouting? Probably Murray. Definitely Engel. And alright, that's probably going to be it. Let's see if there's any other like really high potentials in here. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, we don't get Aronson and a few other guys that I probably would have liked to have scouted, but that is okay. And alright, for the final scouting reports in the dub, we're good on Lehenda DuPont. We don't need to scout him anymore, really. We know how good he's going to be. Ozzie McIntyre looks good. Batal looks good. McCamey looks good. Jacobs, yeah, this is crazy. This is a crazy solid draft class from the dub, at least. And then after that, there's really not a whole lot besides, you know, Pete Kim, who's apparently got big tipper as a 6'2 defenseman. Let's scout Nakamura. And then we'll just get those guys scouted. Actually, we're not going to do Hoyle. That's a waste of a scouting report. We will do Thorburn, though, and then we'll go Dubinsky onward with the next scout, and then we are done scouting, which is awesome, because then that means we can actually wrap up this episode pretty quickly. Alright, so we only get 3 players scouted there, but that is what it is. That's how the final scouting reports usually go. And okay, let's see if the Huskies can actually come back against the Wolves here. But game 2, we win 4-0. Nice. Alex Iafallo's having a run. 17 points in 15 games. All right, game 3, we win 2-1. Beautiful. All right, game 4, we lose Kari Theravine to a fractured elbow. No. And we lose the game 6-5. Go figure. Go figure, man. Oh, man. And then we lose game 5 in overtime 4-3. That Theravine addition, man, was just such... That was what did it. And, yeah, there you go. Down... Yeah, we're down bad here. Yeah, that is a big, big L there. All right, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh man, so sad, yeah. They took out the Wolf Slayer. What a comment there. Fabulous comment, Real Divinity. But yes, they did indeed, because Kari Teravainen was just slicing and dicing the Wolves until he got injured. That is so unfortunate. He was so good in the playoffs. Oh, man. Teravainen had 17 points in 13 games. You're kidding me, right? Sad day, because we were 2 games off of a Calder Cup in our first ever run. That would have been something special. So, here's the playoff tree. Just an insane run from Halifax, really. Nobody expected it, and Halifax was like, whoosh, right to the top. Awesome run there. That was fun to watch. Philly and Edmonton going at it in the finals there for the NHL. So yeah, we'll have to just kind of sit back and watch that. But really, at this point, we are good to... Let's just simulate a week or two here, because we are in June now. Or no, we're almost in June. So we'll sim to June 1st. That should wrap up that series. And the Flyers are going to win that Stanley Cup there. So, of course, we're going to take on our next contract in Newfoundland. No doubt about that. And, all right, Tampa Bay fires their coach. And the Flyers and the Wolves are your champions there. So, let's go check out the awards. How sad for McJesus. Indeed. I wonder what the score was. We'll see in just a second here how badly the Flyers won. And it was a 4-1 win for Philadelphia. Interesting. All right. And then, obviously... Yes, how do you say your name? Adelbeck? Adelbeck, yeah. Yes, Adelbeck, that's exactly what we're waiting for, is if we're going to actually win it or not. I mean, we haven't won a lottery in 4 seasons now. Or 3, yeah, 4 seasons. Because we had we had Levshinov, then Misa, then Belchets. And if we don't win it this year, then that's going to be 4 in a row. Because we did win 3 years ago. But yeah, as far as player awards go this year, Gavin's going to win the Sullenberg, Cunningham, Sokolov wins the Marsh, Gavin wins the Garrett, Jack Rathbone wins the Eddie Shore, Grubauer wins the Baz, Toropchenko gets the Butterfield, Vigo Bjork gets the Hunt gets the Yannick Dupree there, and then Grubauer wins the Hap Holmes. For the NHL, Nylander with the Art Ross and Hart, Makar wins his 3rd straight Norris, except this time it's in Montreal rather than Colorado. Clayton Keller gets the Lady Byng. Yzerman with the Calder. Morgan Frost with the Conn Smythe. That's crazy. Spencer Knight with the Vezina, as well as the Jennings this year. Matthias Samuelsson wins back-to-back Mastertons. Palapuz in Anaheim wins the Adams. Robert Thomas wins back-to-back Selkies. Nylander gets the Lindsay. And Bedard gets the Rockets. So there you have it, guys. That concludes this season. We're going to just advance a couple more days, take one more peek at the draft class, and then we will wrap up what is episode 9 of the edited series and what is going to be the first half, or just over the first half of episode 5 of the simulated series, the live and unedited live streamed series. And as we advance a little bit further, we're just going to stop up like a few days before here. We'll go at like the 17th or something like that, or 16th. All right. And that should be good enough. So, yeah, there's not too many draft reports, scouting reports remaining. And, okay. Let's see what we're looking at potential-wise here. Yep. All right, we got one good pick there in Isaiah Kuiper. He's going to be a steal. That is awesome. We've got quite a few other good players here in Tannell, Kirka, Phaneuf, even Timonen, probably Harrison. We're probably going to want to get a report on him. I don't know why we didn't get a scouting report done on him. That is beyond me, but okay. We'll see if Tonarski gets that Tierney report in and on time or not. You never know. Harvey Lowe could potentially be a pick for us as well. And then after that, looks like there's the high 4 in Hudson. And then, Dale Bickle looks quite solid too. So he could be another pick that we potentially go for. But we will have to wait and see, obviously. And yeah, what are you guys thinking? Like, is Pakarainen worth taking over some of these other guys that we have pinned? Like, if we look at the pinned players, like, I don't know if Pakarainen's worth taking over Kirka necessarily, or even like a Harrison or Kuiper will probably get with the 3rd round pick. That's who we're going to take there, I believe, over, of course, a guy like Harvey Lowe or Bickle, because that just makes too much sense. But yeah, the back end of the draft's going to be a little tricky for sure, but we'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, Timonen we could probably get with. Ooh, are we going to get him with a 3rd rounder? Or he might be a 4th rounder. We'll see what happens there with the picks and how they line up. But, of course, Landon DuPont is the guy we want to get. But that is where we're going to wrap it up for what is episode number 9 of the edited series. Thank you guys all on YouTube, not live watching this. I appreciate all of you that tune in and help the views on the channel. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, hit notifications so you never miss one upload, and check the community tab for live streaming dates. But that is it for me. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Until next time. Okay, live stream. Now that we're done that, we can do the re-intro for what is going to be episode 10. I have to just sit here and do this quickly because it helps with the editing after the fact. So let's continue on. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode number 10 of the edited version of the Draft to Glory franchise mode here on NHL 24 with the Newfoundland Growlers. And what is still live stream number 5 for all the viewers that are in. So everybody in the chat, welcome to this next video. Of course, you've been sitting in here the whole time, so I appreciate all of you guys that have been watching the live stream and keeping me engaged in the chat. Definitely helps. But yeah, some of the stream here is just had some crazy spikes in the movement on here. But this episode, of course, on the live stream is titled "Can We Win the Lottery?" and we are gonna find that out here in just a couple of seconds. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. And the lottery is gonna be the first thing here. And do we win it? Yes, we do. Let's go. Let's go. We finally get a draft lottery win. Of course, it's with a franchise player in Landon DuPont at the top. Let's go. Let's go. That is huge. That is absolutely huge for the Growlers. Let's go. Whew. That's awesome. That is just straight up awesome. I got nothing else to say about it. I am just so glad we finally won a pick. LA is going to move from 7 to 2. They need to get out of here, man. This team is going to be stacked by the time we actually have to play them, potentially. They're going to be a team we may have a very high likelihood of meeting in the Stanley Cup Finals in probably 5 years from now. Because, yeah, they just continue to get lucky, win lotteries at the right times, and, yeah, that is just an insanely good lottery for the Kings moving from 7 to 2. Obviously, we were so bad that the number 1 pick was in the stars for us, or was potentially in the stars for us. So there you have it. The chat's going crazy. Let's go. Awesome win. You guys manifested it. I gotta give it to the chat. I thank you guys all for just. All right, now you don't have to envy Ben for rubbing it in. What a comment, Real Divinity. I love your comments, man. They're awesome in the chat. They just absolutely hit the right the right type of humor for me, absolutely. But all right, let's advance another day here. Go to view the draft class, obviously, because we have got the franchise D-man locked down. He's grown too. He's 6'3" now. Yeah, we're gonna have a very high skilled blue line because we've got Levshinov, and then we're gonna have DuPont as well. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really fun. I was keeping an eye on Batal in case we dropped a bit, but that's not even gonna be the case anymore. Landon DuPont is going to become a Newfoundland Growler, and I am excited for it, man. I am really excited for it. We are gonna buff out our defense here real nice and quick. We're gonna get. Is his name George, or is it Jorg? How do you say that? I'm gonna say Jorg Kirka. Jorg is just so much better, in my opinion. But yeah, let me know, chat. How would you pronounce that? Yes, I do appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully we will see the same results as what Ben's getting right now. Because, yeah, if we do, man, we're going to have a good chance of winning in the future. All right, let's go. Kim didn't turn out. That's okay. Pete Kim. Didn't really expect him to, but ooh, Isaiah Kuiper starting to slide up the draft a little bit. That's not what we like to see, but we might not necessarily have a choice either. Bickle at 93. I don't know if we'll get him necessarily. We might get Low. We might get... I don't know who else. We'll see. We do have full scouting reports on most of these guys, though. Timonen slid down. Let's go. That's awesome. That makes it easier for us to pick him. And, alright, anybody else? Low Foreign Tyranny might be our 6th round pick. We'll see about that. Of course, if there was a medium 4 somewhere, we would probably look into that instead, but we'll have to wait and see. And anybody else? Ooh, potentially Ralph Pellich. You never know on him. So we're going to pin a lot of players here just to give ourselves a better chance of maybe getting one. Novikov could be a potential pick too. Kunitz, maybe. We don't necessarily need more small left wingers. We already have quite a few of those. And any real potential in here? Salonen, maybe. Very unlikely, but maybe. And yeah, we're down in the 270s now, so we're not really going to be picking any farther than that. All right. Okay, guys, so let's go to retired players. That's the next step here, and we're going to see Joe Pavelski in Boston call it quits. He was 86 overall and had just scored 79 points still. John Tavares also calls it quits. Some big-name players here calling it a career. That's too bad because, yeah, these guys all had pretty fabulous careers overall. I mean, some of the guys, yes, it makes sense they retired. Jonathan Toews finally retired. I don't think he played a game in a while. And then, yeah, for goalies, Darcy Kemper's the best there. Ranta, Campbell. Campbell only had 92 wins in the NHL. Are you serious? That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy to me. Jeez. For an 11th overall pick, you would think you'd have more wins than that. Kelvin Pickard, another guy that is actually, on the current life Edmonton Oilers. That's why I'm finding it so funny to look at this. And then as far as best defensemen go, Tyson Barrie, Justin Falk, Torrey Krug, Jared Spurgeon, pretty big names in there. Lots of games logged for most of those guys. How about 1,400 games for Mark-Edward Vlasic? That's a big name retiree class there as well. So yeah, very impressive to see. All right. So now that we're advancing, some of those guys can become coaches. We are, yet again, not going to lose any coaches to retirement, which is all good. And looking at our block this year, do we see any growth ahead of the lottery? We see a little bit there as Levshinov's up to an 85, Misa's 81. Healy hit medium elite. Let's go. That is huge for us because that means he's going to just consistently be good for the next few years. And yeah, we're going to have to try to get an extension on him as soon as possible. Ooh, fun X factors too. He gets truculence and unstoppable force. Beautiful. All right, what about Levshinov? Did he get any new X factors? Doesn't look like it. He had a heck of a season, though. And Vasilyev gets all alone, I believe, is the other new X factor on him there. He had a very good year, so unfortunately, I think we may have stunted his growth. So yeah, maybe maybe firing the coach would fix that. But yeah, Belchet's is 82 overall. He looks great. Tara Vinen's 82 overall. Like, we have got a good group in the works here. That is for sure. George's is okay. Svet's okay. Not really a whole lot of depth growth yet, but that is where other top picks are going to come into play here soon. And then, of course, if we get Landon DuPont, which we should get Landon DuPont at this point. I don't know why I'm saying if. When we get Landon DuPont, we are going to have another top-end D-man on our hands, which is great because Millman developed pretty solidly from last year. He grew 5 ratings. So if he grows another 5 or 6 per year, then we're going to have a really good chance of being a good team. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Blue line is set for the decade. Yeah, at least for the top 4, right? Because we're gonna have DuPont and Levshinov, and then it's really just kind of filling in the gaps in between those two guys, which isn't going to be a problem. If we get Kirka here coming up, George Kirka. Is it George or Jorg? How do you guys want me to say it? Do you want me to say it with like a Y because it's a J, or do you want me to say it like J, like George? Because it's not Jorge. There's no E at the end because he's German. Obviously, Jorge's Mexican or Spanish. But all right, let's do a quick little file save. Jorg. Yes, Jorg sounds awesome. I love the name Jorg Kirka. Jorg Kirka. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let me just go and plan out our draft picks here a little bit as we actually get into the draft. First thing we're going to do here, now that we're in the NHL entry draft, is we are going to call a timeout, because the Growlers have got their second ever first overall pick, and this is going to be, yeah, this is going to be great. I'm really excited for this. Landon DuPont going to be a righty/lefty out of the dub. Who else do we think is going to go top 5 here? Obviously, Alexis Joseph with Gavin McKenna is going to be absolutely insane in LA. The Kings are going to be a very, very nice team in the future. I would assume Antropov goes 3, Duchesne goes 4, and Blackburn goes 5, but we'll have to wait and see on that. No guarantees yet on how that turns out. And then, yeah, let's see where our other picks fall. That's what offer trade is actually good for, is that you can see where your picks are landing. And, all right, we got pick 34. Not bad. 34, 67, 100, 133, 166, 199. Go figure, because it's all rounds of 33 per team. So obviously Landon DuPont will be our number 1 pick. He's going to be a medium franchise D-man out of the dub. Righty/lefty, offensive man. He's big too. That's the other thing, is that DuPont has actually grown quite a lot since the start of this franchise mode, because we start him at like 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in there. So yeah, 6'3", 196 at 18 is going to be phenomenal for us. Having another big D-man on that back end is going to really help out a lot. Okay, then we got pick 34. And at pick 34, we're going to be looking at, it's got to be Kirka. Like, as much as a right winger wouldn't hurt, Jorg Kirka is going to be the pick, because we really need more defense. And out of the DEL, a lefty/right D, even though he is actually a right-handed guy. He's big, 6'2", 195, and he is only 17 still. So yeah, that's going to be another nice one. Probably have too many right-handed D-men, but that is okay. And then after pick 34, our next pick is going to fall at 67. And with pick 67, let's see, we have to go with the winger here in Kuiper. I think that's just... Isaiah Kuiper is guaranteed going to be the pick that we want. Medium elite out of the NLA of all places, but right wing, 2-way forward, that should be good. 6'1", 188, 18. Yeah, he's going to be nice, and he is an Austrian player. But we, so far, for the top 3 picks that I've planned out here, we are going to have... Oh, Real Divinity, yeah. So you're asking how I have DuPont in game when there's no 2009. I just set him as a very, very late, like a December something 2008 birthday. So then he just goes ahead to the next draft class. That's how I guarantee it. And then, of course, once 2009s are actually in the game, then that won't be a problem. But that's how you get around that problem for now. That's how I've got him in the game. All right, for the next pick, we are going to take Ramo Timonen. I don't think a vote's really necessary this year, considering that we got Landon DuPont as the #1 pick, more than likely. So, and yeah, Timonen will be the first lefty that we draft with our 4th round pick, which is going to be awesome. As far as a 5th round pick goes, so at 133 or later, 133 is right there. So it'll probably be a top 9 guy more than likely. But I'm just not sure who it's going to be. Because we could go with Tierney. What are you guys thinking for later round picks? Do you think we go for like high or low 6 guys? Do you think we go for a fringe goalie? Do you think we go for like a guy that's elite but very risky like that, or like potentially elite but very risky and could be a really bad pick if we don't do it right? Like, what are you guys thinking? I would love to know. I am thinking Novikov is probably going to be our 7th round pick, but then again, there are other guys in here too, like Kunitz and a few others that we could potentially wait on. You know what? We could grab another Sanchez. What if we grab Harvey Sanchez with the last round pick? He is a low top 4, but you never know. He could turn out. SHL lefty. 280 at that, because we do need the left defender still. Do you guys think Harvey Sanchez would be good? Yeah, exactly. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, I am thinking, let's go Sanchez. But some depth guys wouldn't hurt. Okay, so with our 5th round pick, we can probably go for a medium 9 guy. But I am going to take Novikov with pick 166, I think, just because you never know. Well, not that you never know, but there is a chance he could be an elite guy still. So we are going to take the risk on that. And then for 133, I think that right-wing playmaker that we saw a little bit earlier, wherever he is, the top 9 guy. Or we could go with Latinen is 19 versus this other guy, I believe, was 18, wherever he is. Probably a little bit further up still, because yeah, we could go Tierney as well, but I don't really feel like taking another right D, especially if he's left-handed as a right D. This guy right here, Peyton Engel. Yeah, we'll go with Peyton Engel, because there is a chance as a medium top 9 that he does make the NHL within 5 seasons, which is perfect as far as timeline goes for us. And 192.18. All right, Engel's a right-handed Canadian. Novikov's a left-handed Russian, and then who is the last guy we're going to take? Sanchez? I'm going to have to go find Sanchez. So let's just call one more time out quickly, and then I think we have pretty much the whole draft prepared from there, so it'll go pretty quickly. But yeah, let me just find... I think Sanchez was Austrian as well. I might be wrong on that. Did we even pin him? I don't know if we pinned him. Oh man, we didn't pin him. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, okay, we'll go just sort by potential because this will be quicker. Because he was a low 4 and pretty late on too as a low 4. Yeah, right there. He's Polish. Okay, that's interesting. Or what do you guys think? Do we go Sanchez, Kapitanov? I think Sanchez has got the right scheme fit for what we're looking for. So yeah, we'll go with Sanchez, I think, instead. And he's a left-handed Polish dude. All right, let's get to this draft. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready? Yeah? No? Who's ready to see Landon DuPont? Ooh, okay. He's going undrafted. Interesting, Riddleton. But yes, he could be going undrafted. That is the thing. The only problem with Sanchez, though, is he's 18, so he would re-up in the next draft year. Like, we could draft him as a 19-year-old. So it's really between him and Kapitanov and, like, one other guy. So let's see if there's any kind of later-aged players that have the same potential. Yeah, so he will re-up. Like, we won't just be able to grab him right away in free agency. Makes sense, yes. But let's see. Kapitanov 17, so he's even younger. Sanchez is 18. He might be 18 turning 19. Let's see. No, just 18. Okay, that's fine. And then Tierney. Yeah, no, we're not going to take Tierney. But yeah, well, I am feeling Sanchez out of all those picks. I think he's probably the best one to go with because of just what we need on team needs still here. So, all right, without further ado. Oh, that's why Pat Ryan was so good, is because he's 18 turning 19. That makes sense. The Huskies unfortunately lost in Game 6 of the Calder Cup Finals. We had a Teravainen injury in Game 3 or 4, and that just did us in. The Wolf Slayer was downed, unfortunately, so we did not win the Calder Cup with the Huskies in our first year of making the playoffs, which was great. But for the first selection, here we go. Oh, no problem, Mark. We managed to win the number 1 pick this year. So we've got a Landon DuPont on our hands. That is all good, Mark. I totally understand. No, unfortunately, we didn't send Belchets down. We didn't really need to because we had a lot of good 80-ish rated players, but we did sign Teravainen to bring him up to the AHL. But yeah, let's get to it, guys. So I'm gonna do the full thing here because again, it's fancy. The Wolf Slayer gets signed. There you go. That is fabulous. Fabulous comment, Real Divinity. I love that. Yeah, that's great. I try to pull from your guys' comments for the actual titles of the edited videos. It doesn't always happen, but I try to make it happen. And that's awesome. All right, so here we go. With the first overall selection in the 2027 NHL entry draft, the Newfoundland Growlers are proud to select from the Everett Silvertips of the WHL, Landon DuPont. And he's, only 77 rated. Jeez. That's not fabulous, but you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. That was just a little bit lower. Lando, yes, sir. A little bit underwhelming for how good I thought he was going to be, especially with 76 assists. But we will take it. We will take it. Just send him back to the Dub for one more year, and he should be absolutely amazing. But yeah, that is the blue line of the future, no doubt about it. And our second ever first overall pick in Newfoundland here after, of course, Oleg Vasilyev. But let's see how the rest of the... Oh, yeah, the rest of the draft is going to go quite nicely. Alexis Joseph. Alexis Joseph is really good. Yakov Antropov's also very good. He's a two-way forward, so an interesting pick there. Duchesne was 81 overall. Very nice player there as well. And then the Devils, to round out the top 5, will take Blackburn, who is also 81. Very nice overall players, but we will take the franchise guy all day over the rest of those guys. Honestly, though, pretty nice draft for the top 5 at least. We'll see how the rest of it kind of goes, but we know it's going to be a good top end of the draft without a doubt. I apologize, guys. I am just typing in a few of these top 5 players' names because I do like to track that on my spreadsheet. For those of you who haven't actually downloaded the spreadsheet, this is top 5 picks are some of the things in there that you can track. Yeah, Blackburn was out of the U.S., wasn't he? I believe he was. No, he's OHL. Okay, my bad. He might be American, but yeah, out of the OHL. All right, beautiful, beautiful top 5, and honestly, DuPont looks so filthy. Like, he's gonna be absolutely awesome. I want to see if he can really just torch the Dub next year. Vorobyov was nice too, man. Beautiful players here. Let's just keep going here. See how these other guys sim through. Ozzy McIntyre, very nice looking player, apart from how tiny he is at 5'7", but yeah, very nice picks. Prab Batal would have been real nice too. That is all good though. We knew we weren't going to get everybody. McKamey's 80 rated. Oh my goodness. And there's Dominic Biertis, the first defenseman after DuPont off the board at pick 11. Brock Cripps goes to Buffalo at 12, and then it should be Hudson here. No, Jackson Jacobson fell way down in the draft, so awesome pick there for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then Lars Hudson, not Lane Hudson, is the last player that I had created at least. A bunch of these guys were computer generated though too, like Antropov, Duchesne, Blackburn, Vorobiev, Halverson. Not my players at all, but then these other guys were. So yeah, fabulous draft there. That is crazy. You foresee a 96 overall DuPont. All right, Vendetta, we'll see if that comes true. I have a good feeling about him too, obviously. But all right, let's go over to pick number 34 now. And just sit back and see how the rest of the draft went after that top 10 to 15. Packard was very nice. Wow. Awesome pick there. Mayorov was good. Lander was pretty solid too. Man, what an awesome first round of the draft. Like, not everybody got great picks, but a lot of teams got great picks. So with our second round pick, we are stocking up on defense this year. And yeah, Jorg Kurka is going to be our next pick. He might not be the best player on the board necessarily, especially with guys like Phaneuf and Pakarainen. See, Pakarainen is 19 years old though. That's the difference there. So yeah. We're not going to take Pakarainen. There's no point in taking him there. So we will go with Jorg Kurka, the German D-man, and he turns out to be 61 overall. He's actually offensive. That's interesting. I thought for sure he would be a two-way, but it does make sense with the inside-handedness being a left and right D. So yeah, we have a lot of right-handed D-men coming up, but that is okay. All right, pretty solid picks there. Let's see how the next couple of guys go, because I am interested as far as how good like Tennell and a few of these other guys were going to be. Tennell was actually very nice, very good player there, but yeah, we are trading overall rating for better potential and of course positional fit with our team as well. So for the rest of the second round, Phaneuf was 64 overall, nice pick there. Pakarainen was 74 rated, so he probably would have been the goalie of the future here, but that is okay. We can hold off and wait for a better opportunity where there is an actual elite goalie coming up. And all right, for our 67th overall pick, we are going to go way off the board and take the right wing elite guy from the NLA named Isaiah Kuiper. How good is he going to be? That's the real question. Obviously, he's elite. And he's 51 overall. So yeah, again, definitely trading overall rating for just better potential. But we will take it. And yeah, Kuiper kind of rounds out that whole top 9 on our team. I think we're very set with that for the future. And okay, the rest of this round, Bickle went late there. Well, not that late. He actually went ahead of where he was supposed to be picked at 88 instead of 93. And ooh, yeah, Lowe was quite nice too at 55 overall. But yeah, you look at our top 3 picks there on the board just below us, or below where the picks are being made, and it's a great start to the draft. It is a very, very nice start. So with the 100th overall selection here now, we are going to go for Raimo Timonen, a 6-foot center out of Liga. Can't really complain about anything there, and we just hope he turns out. And he's 55 overall, so not bad there by any means. I will absolutely take a 55 overall 19-year-old in the 4th round. We have had some pretty solid 4th round picks over the years here so far in Newfoundland, and yeah, that potentially could be another one. So for the 4th round, the remaining 4th round, let's see how good everybody else was. There was a few guys that, probably were worth taking as medium 9 players, but yeah, very, very solid overall there with these players and ratings. And you know what? I have Engel on the board for pick 133, but we could potentially take Wisniewski as well. Not that we really need another power forward in our bottom 6, but what do you guys think? Do we take Wisniewski or do we take Engel, who's a little bit further down here? It's between those two guys. They're both right wingers. They're both looking good. Yorgi Bear, what a fabulous nickname. We'll see, because he is big. He's what, 6'2", 195. So yeah, he could be a bear for us eventually. We'll see. Q-Tipper shower nickname Q-Tipper. Oh god. We'll see if he gets good. If he ends up with Big Tipper vendetta, then absolutely we call him Q-Tipper. But Engel seems to be okay. That's what Divinity's saying, is go with Engel over Wisniewski. The only thing with Wisniewski is he could play the left wing too, but I am down for taking Engel instead. He would be a fourth liner for us probably, but 6'2", has the dump cycle bounce block fit. I think that's going to be great. So yeah, we'll go with Engel. All right, yeah. Multiple people are saying Engel in the chat. So yeah. All right, Peyton Engel, welcome to the Newfoundland Growlers, and he is a 48 overall, medium top 9 playmaker. Oops. I don't know what I hit to get that thing to pop up. I think I was accidentally in the chat instead of on my spreadsheet. But as long as the chat's live still, as long as you guys can actually see the chat and everything, then we are chilling. I just don't know why. Maybe I reset the chat or something. I don't know exactly what happened there, but oh well. All right, on to pick 166 now. We'll see some other pretty good players go off the board here probably, but yeah, Wisniewski was a grinder. I'm glad we went with Engel. That was the right call. Good job, guys. I really appreciate the call there. Cope would have been pretty nice too, but that is all good. We can always get top 9 snipers in the future. And okay, not a bad 5th round. Nothing great either, but yeah, I don't know why that thing popped up where it did, but with the next pick here, pick number 166, we are going to go fairly off the board here and take a risk because, we got to take one risk per draft. It's not really fun if we don't do that. But yeah, with pick 166 here, we're going to take Dmitry Novikov out of the SHL. Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun pick. I don't know if he's going to turn out. He's very likely going to be a low bottom 6, but we're taking the risk because why not? Adds to the excitement and drama a little bit here. So here we go, pick 166, and he is low 6. Okay, so not actually that horrible a pick, just didn't quite turn out to be the low elite I was kind of expecting him to be. I know why he didn't turn out, is because I wrote low elite on my spreadsheet kind of preemptively, which I shouldn't have done, obviously. So, all right, there you go. Novikov's not a bad pick by any means, but also just not a particularly fabulous pick either. Let's see if any other decent low potential players went off the board, if there was a low elite or anybody. Seems to all be just the low 6s. At least with Novikov, he's 18 still, so that's slightly a better pick. And then for the final pick of the draft, well, we could take Kapitanov here. He doesn't fit our scheme quite as well as the other guy down here in Sanchez does. So we are going to take Sanchez over Salonen. I think that's just the right call to get one more D-man, and especially a left-handed D-man, because we really don't have a lot of left-handed D-men overall. We do have George's, but that's about it right now. So yeah, we are going to take Harvey Sanchez, and he will be the final pick of this draft. So hold on, Engel. Oh, his number is 97. Yeah, so his favorite player is McJesus. That makes sense. And all right, Sanchez is 51 overall, which is actually nowhere near the lowest rated player we had in the draft. Engel was the lowest rated player at 48, but that is all good. Very, very solid draft here this year. I'm super happy with how that's turned out. Yeah, just a great year overall here for the Growlers at the draft. Engel was 97. Who's number 97? Was it Novikov? Oh yeah, Novikov. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Although if he is Russian, could you say his favorite player might have been Kirill Kaprizov instead? Just saying, like there is a chance that's the case. But yeah, overall, just a fabulous draft for us. We get Kuiper there, looks really good. Yurka's going to be great. He's going to have to wear number 91 probably though, because DuPont's going to get 10, because that's his favorite number. Yeah, Kaprizov, that's what I'm thinking. But DuPont will be number 10, no doubt about that. Yurka, I think we're going to have to switch to, or Kirka. Now I'm saying Yurka. Jorg Kirka. Kirka's probably going to have to wear 91 because Healy's already wearing number 19. Kuiper can get 87, that's fine. Timofey, 82, I don't know if 82 is available or not. Let's see. Looks like it is, so yeah, Timofey should be able to get that, or Timonen should be able to get that number, no problem. And yeah, okay, very, very solid draft here this year. I'm quite happy with how it went. Engel, number 40, that's fine. Novikov, 97. I believe 97 is available, and then Sanchez, number 36, should be fine as well. I don't think we're gonna have any number issues really apart from Kirka, but even then, Kirka we're just flipping the number. So, what do you guys think the right call for DuPont is? Do you think it's that we send him back to junior for a year? I think at 77 overall, it probably wouldn't hurt. It's really just a matter of, does he have a better season than 91 points? It's going to be hard to tell, but because he's in the dub, we either send him straight to the NHL. Capri Sun. Yeah, you were correct, but yeah. Junior for one more year. Yeah, I think that is the right call as well. So yeah, that's what we'll stick with. Let's just simulate out the picks on the rest of the draft here quickly. I'm not going to do them all. He will grow. Yeah, he should grow. I don't see why he wouldn't. Ben, I'm interested if you're still in the chat there, Ben. What was your take on DuPont for the first year? Junior 1 year, then AHL. See, we'd have to do junior for 2 because we can't send them to the A until they're 20. That is the problem. It's a big risk, but guaranteed progression just from signing. All right. Keep him in the dub. Okay. Well, that's the thing is we can sign him, but then send him back to the dub because he's not going to. What do you call it? He's not going to. Well, I don't know. We had 2 takes on CHL players so far. Both were in the OHL. To be fair, we haven't had any dub guys yet. But with the 2 players we had, we didn't sign Levshinov, sent him back for 1 year. He didn't grow a lot, and then he grew a little bit the next year. But then we signed Misa the next year and then sent him back, and he didn't grow at all. So I think it's probably the best approach to actually not sign him, send him back, and then just let the dub take over and just let him grow. I get the feeling that's probably going to be the best way to go about it. But yeah, we're going to have some new faces in the team next year, obviously with Teravainen, and then a few others. But yeah, looking like a pretty lame end to the draft. Kunitz did get picked by the Oilers there. But yeah, overall, fabulous draft for us. Ooh, Jorgen was good too. The Wolf Slayer, yes sir. That's his nickname from now on for Teravainen. Kari Teravainen is the Wolf Slayer. Even though he never got the opportunity to actually slay the Wolves because he got injured, but that is the nickname. Sadly, the Wolves just overwhelmed him, took him out. But there you guys go. That is it for the draft. We landed a freaking phenomenal player in Landon DuPont. And our team has got a bright, bright future ahead of itself. So, yeah, we're still conservative sellers. Team chemistry is a little poor, but yeah, fabulous draft overall. Misa's in the O, but yeah, he had another kind of meh year overall. The biggest story of this in one season. Okay, so question, Ben, was that he had 112 points in his draft plus 1 year, like after he had been drafted, or what was the case there? As I would love to know on that. As far as Michael Misa goes, he had a better year this year. He put up 105 points, so that was solid. Just a little off of his actual draft year. But yeah, he definitely grew this year, and he's going to be ready to go for the upcoming season in the NHL. So that's where we're going to be putting him. He's 21 now. Okay, so is that... but yeah, Ben, what was your... So you had 112 points as a 21-year-old, yes. What was your progression? Like, what was your take on how you handled DuPont out of the draft? Was it Like what did you do? Did you just send him back right away? Did you sign him and send him back? Like, I would love to know, because that's how we're gonna manage our DuPont here as well. Look at this build. Andy Healy is absolutely hilarious. 5-star physicality, 4-star shot, 4.5-star puck skills, 5-star senses, 5-star defense, and 2-star skating. Buddy cannot skate worth a damn. He is literally Milan Lucic 2.0. But he looks good, man. Like, he looks really good. Apart from coach satisfaction, obviously that is a whole different category that we're gonna have to deal with. But yeah, Healy looks like a heck of a player here. He's gonna be fun. All right, so with everything else being in line, I think we've got a very, very good team on our hands here for the future. Unfortunately, I want to have guys that can skate alongside our power forwards. He skates with training wheels. You're correct. Yeah, like, I feel like I can skate better than that. I feel like I'm probably a 2.5-star skater when it comes to how good I am at skating. But I mean, yeah, this is just this is just hilarious. So we'll see what happens here. I think our team, like, our top end is pretty much laid out here at this point. Because yeah, you look in the system too. We've got elites for days, so we are essentially set there. The only other position where I'm like, maybe we could use a little more support there is center. Like, the center position is the only one where I'm like, yeah, okay, like, yeah, Misa and Teravainen are gonna be great. Those two guys look really good, but okay, Vendetta, I like that. He grew very well in the show. Okay, interesting. I was wondering if that was the case with you, Ben, as far as if DuPont was higher than 77. I don't know why our Landon DuPont only grew a few ratings. Like, he seemed to do just fine here in Everett. Like, he had some really good years, but you look at his first 2 seasons, they were kind of not great years, and then he stopped taking penalties and actually started playing and had 47 and then 91 points. But you would think with 91 points he'd grow a little bit better. Interesting there. I do love that Vendetta comment saying I would low-key set Healy as a fighter and then just see how many fights he sims. Like, he's had decent penalty minutes the last 2 years in 74 and 59. But yeah, we could probably see, does it tell you how many fights? I don't know if it does. Is there a fight stat on here? I don't know if there is. There should be. I guess not. I thought there was a fighting stat on here, but maybe I'm wrong. I think it's only in the actual, what do you call it? I think it's only in the actual stats over here, like this one. Yeah, exactly. Only in during the regular season. Yeah, so if we go over here. There we go, fights. Who had the most fights? Barclay Goodrow had the most fights. Healy had 3. Tuzolino had 3. Let's see who's the league leader. Probably Brady Tkachuk. Ooh, Marcus. Oh my God, Marcus Foligno had 24 fights. Talk about trying to just stay in the league as a 35-year-old. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, not even remotely close. Him and Middleton were the 2 guys that were just chucking knuckles. My goodness. And then, like, Jeannot was pretty close there with 9, but that was about it. Goudreau was actually up there, too, with 4. Anton Salayev, and oh my God, they have Salayev in LA. I forgot about that. So, yeah, we can definitely, change Healy's, stats a little bit, or change his. Yeah, I don't know how Xhaka isn't up there, but you know what? Let's go do that right now. Why not? I'm totally fine with having Healy as a fighter, because he's got truculence already. He's got some defensive stats and very much power forward type stats. But yeah, if we go to details, I believe is where we can change his fighting frequency. He's on sometimes, so if we change it to often, we'll see what happens. He only simmed 3 fights with sometimes. So yeah, let's change it to often, leave that, and see what happens. Maybe it'll stunt him, maybe it'll make him better, who knows. But yeah, we're pretty much ready to go here. I think we can edit Michael Misa now because he's in the team. And he's going to be number 77. So, yeah, let's see how Misa's looking. I like the tape job and everything. I just want to make sure all of his equipment is correct is kind of the main thing I want to do. I don't actually know what type of equipment he uses, so. Michael Misa. Seems to be using a lot more CCM than this game is showing right now. He does have the black tape, which is fine by me. It looks like last year he was using a lot more Bauer equipment. This year, or like over the real life previous year or two, he's been all CCM, so that's what we're going to slap on him here is all of the jet speed stuff and everything. That seems to be mainly what he uses is jet speed equipment, so we will just go and slap that all on. I like how the jet speed stuff looks, and then we'll give him that stick. And I believe the tape job is correct, or... oh, no, it's not. Okay. We will change that. So he does actually have a white... now he's using a white no-toe tape job. So we'll go like that and change it. And we got a Nigel. Hello, Nigel. How's it going? Also, how are we doing on stream time here? We got to be pushing 3 hours now. Yeah, we're getting close. So we will probably wrap up the stream here pretty quickly once we just get the contract signing phase done. But yeah, that's Michael Misa there for you guys. He should be a nice player to add to our team. And apparently he's got no beard, so we're going to give him the patchy one, and then we're going to give him a, oh, let's see, probably brown, yeah, and then no beard, and then in the playoffs give him a nice patchy looking facial beard there, and alright, that is Michael Misa. Should be a fun one to add to the team here this upcoming year. You guys saw Teravainen already, because he's the other new addition that we're going to have. And then as far as goaltending goes, Delmore might actually be in there, so we'll see. He is 22, so I'm not really relying on him to be our number one guy. I don't know why I just spammed through all those other teams, but yeah, that is the new group we're looking at. We got to re-sign some scouts, which is all good with me. And this is the boring part, obviously. He's like flopping around on his back on the floor, just kind of like staring at me like, hello. He's such a goofy cat, but he loves attention, that's for sure. And until he gets too much of it, and then he's just attentioned out for the day. Obviously, we didn't have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. Nice try there, coach or GM. But yeah, we have got 3 big names to sign here coming up in Tuzolino, Levshinov, and Healy. We will get all of those guys signed like as soon as we get in between... or once we hit day 1 of the free agent window. As far as expiring players go, it looks like, yeah, DuPont's kind of the only new name that we need to sign. And we should probably sign Stamkos and probably not Arvidsson or like any of these guys, Mironov, Risanen. We'll just walk those guys. I don't really have a problem with that. As far as goaltending goes, Kevin Lankinen only won 16 games all season long, which was fine by me. Out of 67, that's quite good. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So yeah, we are going to re-sign him. Do a 2-year, like 1.85. Don't drink my coffee, Nigel. That's not going to happen. Hello. Hi. I don't know if you guys can see Nigel. He's probably in the shot now. Kind of. It's just his tail, really. What are you doing? And now he is just flopped right in front of my desk. Okay. So guys, we'll just finish up the rest of the re-sign phase here. We got to bring the Brickwall Fanti back. He's probably going to get an $18 million 1-year contract again, which I think is fair. We'll sign Borodziuk, Svitov, and actually we might need to release Borodziuk. We'll see what happens there. No, Nigel. He tried to jump on my computer, and when he does that, half of the time he shuts off my computer, which is not a good go because that would just end the stream right then and there. So yeah, we're putting him over here. So the computer's on this side, and when he goes over that way, he tends to jump on. Oh, now he's bumping the entire screen. You guys can probably see the camera shaking a little bit. What a goofball. Nigel, come here. Come here. All right. How are we looking in the chat? I have not signed like any 8-year contracts yet, pretty much. Vendetta says, love fights in the sim, I don't know why. All good hockey visuals. We just landed what is probably going to be one of the biggest scenarios in our entire game. Apologies for my cat's tail in the way here. But we got this man here. Number 1 overall. We won the lottery. Got Landon DuPont. And we're going to say it was the Nigel Luck. That he was the reason why we got the lottery win, even though, we didn't. But yes, a very big franchise-altering piece there that we added to our team. So that is the big update there. And we aren't going to sign him just yet. We are going to sign all these other expiring players. And then, of course, we're going to need to do some big contracts in guys like Artyom Levshinov, who Levshinov looks freaking fabulous right now. Like, low franchise is awesome. Wasn't expecting him to be that good. You want to go out? Get your claw stuck, buddy. There you go. All right. Yeah, exactly, Hockey Visuals. That's always how it goes, right? So yeah, you missed the live lottery. You can see the reaction, though, once this live stream's done. And then, of course, there will be the edited version, too. But we did just bump Healy's fighting ability up a little bit. Like, he's got 90 fighting skill, so we're going to try to get him more fights because he is a super slow 2-star skating power forward who has all the other physical traits and everything to be a very good enforcer type player. But yeah, we definitely changed that around a bit. At least Belchets can actually skate along with his physicality and shooting. But yeah, we'll see how he turns out next year, obviously, because we have a ton of left wingers here that we don't necessarily need to have that many in our team. But yeah, we'll make it work, obviously. So yeah, let's sign Michael Carconi up. We'll sign Iafallo. Iafallo was very good in the playoffs this last year. And then, yeah, we're just going to kind of work our way through, spam our way through, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Kiefer Sherwood, as far as I believe, is the only player to have an 80-plus point season in our AHL system. But yeah, we are going to re-sign pretty much all of these guys. I had no problems or issues with what we just landed, or how our season just went. And yeah, like we almost won the Calder Cup with our AHL team there in their first ever year in the Calder Cup. So that was a pretty crazy scenario. But yeah, we'll sign a bunch of these small contracts, get a bunch of these done, and then we got to pick a goalie. Did I sign Ryan Fanti already by accident? I might have. But I wanted to give him another big payout because he has been perfect for what we've needed. And Jonathan Marchessault, 1 year. Marchessault might be the guy that we give the big payout to. We'll wait and see on him. But we'll sign the rest of these guys to like the small end contracts, $1 million each kind of thing. And all right, as far as the defense goes, Sean Walker doesn't want a contract extension, so we're gonna look at him and go, Sean, what are you doing, man? You know you're staying here. You're one of the few undrafted guys that we can sign, so we're gonna give you 1 year at $8 million just to make sure you stick around. Everybody else wants to stay, so I got no problem with that. We'll go $3 million for 2 years on Radish. I don't really care about that small amount of money. It's just the big chunks of money that are going to pay out guys like Healy and Tuzolino and Levshinov for this upcoming season. And while we could sign DuPont, what we're going to do... Actually, what did the chat say here? What was the goal? Guaranteed progression just by signing. That's a good comment there. But we will keep him in the dub. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to sign Landon DuPont because that will just immediately help with his progression and everything. So we'll sign him. He should get back to us pretty much immediately. Yeah, exactly. Morale goes up immediately, so that's a good thing. And yeah, just by doing that, okay, so we're going to potentially have 2 payouts here in Fanti and Marchessault. And when we go with those 2 guys, then that'll be good. But yeah, that's going to be it for contracts at the moment. I don't know if we're going to get every single player back, but we should get most of them back. Again, we have $54 million. Yeah, we get quite a few players rejecting our contracts, which that's not great. That's really not great. We're going to have to pay out a lot more than I was expecting. So, but looking at goalies here, we're going to buy out Borodziuk so we can sign Svitov. So yeah, we'll just buy him out. That's fine. Tristan Barrett is honestly probably another player that is going to be gone pretty soon. But yeah, we got $43 million left. We are going to have to re-sign some players here, but all of our defense signed, which is good. Olivier, we're going to give him the 1 year, $1 million. Carconi, we're going to give 1 year, $2.3 million. Iafallo, turn off the two-way deal, give him a 2 year, $1.25 million. Robinson, kind of same thing, turn that off. Well, not 8 years, but we'll go 1.25. I'm fine with that level of money. Like, that is a very small portion of our total salary cap when you actually look at it. So, yeah, we'll do all those. Snively, I actually want to keep around too. He was very good, so I feel the need to sign him again. And then we're going to do a Ryan Fanti, like 1 year, not a two-way, but we're just going to do a massive amount of money. Give him like a $17 million contract for 1 year. Because, you know, he's obviously on the same level as Cale Makar. So, and then Marchessault will be the other guy that gets a contract very similar to that. And then that should be it for the re-signing phase. Obviously, we want to be down at the bottom of the league for at least another year or two, just to really see what we can get. All right, so we'll sign those two. Should be enough to get everybody done. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we get a few other scouts back there. We get Myers, Iafallo, Robinson, Olivier. Yeah, we'll definitely check Belchet's discipline here right away. Just see what we're looking at. It should be higher. Like he didn't really take a lot of penalty minutes this year. He had 47, so it's not horrible. But let's see. Discipline, 82. So it's grown. It's actually gotten better, which is good. Versus if we look at a guy like, not Kuzmenko, but Healy. Healy has 93 discipline? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. I don't believe that for 2 seconds. It's higher than Vasilyev's. And Vasilyev actually, yeah, had quite a few less penalty minutes. So, Tuzolino, on the other hand, he's got to have like, yeah, okay, 85. That's pretty bad. So, yeah, exactly, Vendetta. He's not just going to be a penalty machine, fortunately. He will be a little more useful than that. But yeah, Kari Teravainen is one of the biggest stories in this entire live stream as far as the spot we got him, the rating we got him at, the Wolf Slayer. That's going to be so fun to commentate later on once we actually start making the playoffs with this team. Be like, oh, Wolf Slayer's in and he scores. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. All right, guys. So, that is where we are going to wrap this episode up. In the next episode, we will hit free agency. As far as the live stream and everything goes here, we'll actually get to that, and it'll be a whole event. Yeah, that was it Real Divinity? I believe it was. I might be wrong. I believe it was Real Divinity. It was just such a good name. Let's go find it. Where is he? The Wolf Slayer. I can't even go back far enough to see it, I'm pretty sure. I believe it was Real Divinity. I might be wrong. Yeah, it was. But whoever came up with that fabulous name, that's going to be awesome for the future. But look at this group. Look at this group of 3 franchise players at the top, a whole boatload of elites below it. We're going to be set for the future. Yeah, I can probably, well, it depends, Philippe. Like my schedule's fairly consistent, but yeah, we'll have to see. I could probably do slightly later live streams, probably starting them around like 12, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there. As long as I don't work that day, then it's fine. But yeah, we'll definitely discuss it. Definitely leave comments as to kind of what your best time frames are. I do go pretty often off of just what my YouTube analytics say. So whenever you guys are watching my videos, whatever times work for you and you're watching it in your free time, that's when I can see where it's like highest viewer count. That's what my analytics give me back. So yeah, I believe my analytics say around noon or 1. I wouldn't I yeah, I kind of we could stream for a few more hours, but I do want to get on with my day. I have to sort a bunch of things out, and probably gonna go play some roller hockey with my brothers, which is gonna be fun. I literally just picked up rollerblades yesterday, so I'm probably gonna absolutely eat it the first time that I go skating out there. I have skated in my one brother's rollerblades, but yeah, should be a fun time anyways. But yeah, that is where we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys all for watching. I really appreciate you tuning into the live stream. It was just such a fabulous season this year as far as landing bottom, actually winning the number 1 pick, getting a guy in Landon DuPont. It was just super fun. But yeah, blading's going to be fun. Yes, sir, Vendetta. All right. But yeah, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, show your support down below if you did enjoy this one. And that is it for me. This is Etanian signing out. I will see you in the next one.